Well, the number 2 pick in this draft won. The number 2 pick in the draft is, if I'm hearing it right, Seattle gained the number 2 pick. So, of course, they won for as that concerned because they got mostly everything that they need. Skylar Diggins, Williams is here. You got NECA. You got the shot blocker. I forgot her name. Ezzy. You got Ezzy over there. So really, I mean, they can actually get who they want for as firepower. We know that they don't want a point guard, so that's good for us. We know because Skylar Dickens is there. And then her, the backup girl. And then you're not finna draft Olivia Miles for a backup for Skylar Dickens. You're not gonna do that. So therefore, they won in the draft they won for as having that second draft pick. Now, who would be the ultimate winner? I stick to my guns, and it would be the Aces.
Okay. So you think the Aces won in this ultimately. All right, I got you. Tiffany and Cole, who do you think won or lost?
Yeah, Seattle won. Clearly they won. Chicago won. They're not a part of it, but they won too because we get Olivia. Okay? I think Vegas and Seattle won again because you don't keep players who don't want to be in that team. Like, just trade them away.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I think the Sparks, you know what? Who knows what they're doing? But I do think that the Sparks are in a good position because they lost clearly, but they're still in a good position because they have the number 9 pick. So they can pick up a Pow if they want to. They can pick up Sellers. So I don't think it's completely a waste. They upgraded the shooting guard position. The only thing that I would be afraid of is that these new GMs, these new coaches, what are they doing? Like, I really hope whatever they're drinking, Jeff is not drinking, because the idea of taking a veteran, like point guard, whatever type thing, instead of drafting Olivia Miles is asinine. So I hope that Jeff put the cup down. Jeff needs to put the cup down. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And draft correctly. I don't know why a lot of these teams are devaluing like the lottery picks, but again, like, that's gonna bite them in the butt. Like, Seattle gave up their number 3 pick, and that was Rakia. So now they're getting it back with number 2. So I think Seattle won overall because they got NECA, and now they're getting that lottery pick back.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right, Miss D, what you think?
So it's a wash between Plum and Jewell, but I do think Seattle won. But Seattle has to make the right choice at 2, and that's the whole to make it work. So I don't know who they gonna pick, how is it gonna fit. So Seattle won, but Vegas won because they added another pick that they didn't have. They needed some picks, so it's kind of a wash to me. Sparks didn't necessarily lose. They felt like they didn't want Kiki or Centron to go with Cam and Rakia. So they probably looking to go smaller. So they didn't lose anything necessarily at number 9. So it was a good trade for everybody. I don't think nobody won or lost necessarily. So that's my opinion. Yeah,
it's an equal thing. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Brooke. What you think, Brooke? You mute. Yeah. Hold on.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I really came in here to cause confusion, but Tiffany Cole, she stole my fire when she said Chicago won. I wanted to say I disagree with everybody. I wanted to say I feel like Chicago won, but Tiffany Cole said it first. But yeah, I feel like Chicago won, and I also agree with Ms. D. I don't feel like there's no losers in this trade. I feel like everybody won. You know what I mean? If you look at it from everybody's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Chicago to me is the big winner, right? Because at this point, I feel like nothing's guaranteed, but I feel like this is putting Olivia Miles in our hands, and then that makes us happy, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Seattle won because they got the number 2 pick, right? Like, I think Kiki goes. I think you said it first. I'm gonna give you credit, Key. I think Kiki goes to Seattle, right? Obviously, even though Dallas wasn't in this pick, I think everybody know Paige goes number 1. And I think Kelsey Plum going to the Sparks is a good thing for the Sparks. It gives them, it gives a young team a veteran. It gives a young team a champion. So they got somebody to look to now. So I think that's a win for the Sparks. And Vegas gets, they get more picks. They would, they obviously lost their first round pick, but they get another pick to get young and get some youth on that team, build out their bench a little bit, and they get Jewell Loyd. Jewell Loyd is gonna have to step her game up. It's not gonna be no excuses next year, right? I'm a supporter of Jewell Loyd, but at this point, you in a championship roster. Now you in a championship team. You got to be efficient with your shots, right? So again, I agree with Ms. D. I think it's all winners in this trade. But obviously, I'm most happy for the Chicago Sky.
Facts. I agree. What you think, Keisha? Get in here. You on mute?
Sorry. I think I'm with Brooke and Missy. I think they all kind of won because as far as the aces, you don't want to keep a player that don't want to be there. I also think it's a good thing for Jewell Loyd to get out of a place she don't want to go. And like Brooke says, that she don't want to be. Like Brooke says, she don't have any more excuses. She got to perform. I also think the Sparks, they wasn't feeling the people they could get at the number 2. They didn't want those. I don't think they were. I don't think they thought that number 2 pick was gonna move the needle for them. So I think it works for them as well. And the Aces, of course, they won a little bit too because they didn't have any picks, and now they do have one. And they still ended up with Jewell Loyd, which, like, even if you look at it in 2 different ways, she don't move the needle, she do move the needle. Either way it goes, she's still gonna replace the scoring that they're losing, right? So I don't think it was a loss for them at that. So I think they all did what was best for their respective teams. The only thing is Seattle has a caveat because if that number 2 pick they do get doesn't work, then we're gonna all be saying they lost the trade.
They lost, yeah. It's all to be seen. I feel kind of what y'all saying. Like, I could see how some people think that Seattle won, and you know what I'm saying. The Sparks lost, things like that. I think it really just depends on how everything plays out, obviously. But also, I think if you got disgruntled players that want out, you won because they're gone now, right? And then those players going to a new team, they're gonna want to prove something. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to prove something. I think coaching and stuff matters. I think Tiffany and Cole touched on the fact that, like, hey, now Jewell Loyd will be with the coach that's not going to let her chuck shots or be inefficient or, whatever, so that might be better for her. Bro Claude pointed out that, you might have Jackie Young running the point and it'll mesh better. It's all things that's to be seen. And then, yeah, if the Seattle Storm do the right thing with the number 2 pick, then it helps them out as well. They're definitely trying to be at least contenders and not get swept. So I think what they do with that number 2 pick matters a lot. And that's kind of what I want to get into next. I want to hear what y'all think about all these teams and all these moves and now the new draft picks that they got. And y'all could throw Chicago Sky in there if y'all want, because y'all, I'm a fan and y'all are fans are as well. What do y'all think they're going to do with this stuff? As far as like draft picks, do y'all think and obviously it's speculation, we don't know. Do y'all think maybe a little bit of what K-Sap said earlier? Do they package it up? Do they package up the number 2 with Gabby Williams and trade it? Do you do that? Do you not do that? Do you keep Gabby Williams and run her at the 3, 2? Gabby Williams could play 1 through 4. So tell me what y'all think. What do y'all think these different teams, each one does with their picks now going forward? Go ahead, Nate.
I just saw something that it just came across the screen that Gabby Williams is with Seattle and she's friends and was teammates with Dominique Malonga. So the Storm may actually pick Dominique Malonga at number 2. and Dominique Malonga's been prepping and working out in the States and interviewing. So she plans on coming over. So how about a wrench in the system for that? Yeah, she's been so Gabby Williams is part, and they cored Gabby after she said, "Don't core me," and then she's like, "All right, go ahead and core me." So it's so Gabby. That's why Jewell left, because Gabby basically came in and took over her and Skylar. So it's going to be a funky situation in Seattle, but it looks like they might take Dominique Malonga too.
Hey,
which yeah.
Then they won.
What?
Then they won.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, they won. Yeah. So.
Oh, go ahead. Let me let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I've been watching her, and she's just getting better and better, man. It's ridiculous. Like, and she going against grown women over there. She's 19. I think she just turned 19. So she's ridiculous. She's 6'6". She's been improving her ball handling, improving her shot. She's been taking more mid-range shots. Her jumper, her 3-point shot is still needs some improvement. She's like, I think 30% from 3, but still she's 6'6". She's gonna be better than Jonquel, I think, in 2 years. And she's doing one-hand dunks, like coming baseline. It's gonna be nasty. Like if Dominique Malonga actually comes over, because she's been working with a U.S. trainer part-time and talking to interviewing with, actually I think they said she interviewed with the Storm in LA. So I think she plans on coming over like right away, because they start giving her more minutes and start putting the ball in her hand more. So I think the Storm is taking Dominique Malonga. I literally just saw it. That's crazy, because her and Gabby are friends. I think they share the same agent. Not sure about that, but Gabby knows Dominique. And I think that was probably also a driving force to get the number 2 pick, because she wasn't going to be there at 9.
I have a question for you guys. So if she comes over this year, Malonga, does she have to sign the contract? Because that would lock her in for 4 years when the salary cap's going up. So would she be better to hold out for this year and then come over next year so she could get that extra money on that contract?
She can still get. She can still get. Up. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but. I mean, I think she really wants to play in the U.S. because, I mean, you gotta remember, she can get brand deals. Gabby's probably telling her like, "Hey, it's gonna change. You can come this year, next year, but they guaranteed to get this pick now." I think she's coming over now because, because of Gabby, and you can get regular deals. Like people just think they don't have to rely just on their rookie contract. Like you look at Kaylin and Angel, like they're getting all these brand deals. Like Angel opened the door for a lot of these brand deals. Like women weren't doing this before. I think somebody brought up on KSAF's channel. Look, women weren't doing this before Angel. I think KSAF said it. No, these women weren't doing this before Angel. Like, hey, look, I'm finna model. I'm finna freaking get these Reese deals, like Reese Puffs, Cash App. So she's like, well, I can come make U.S. money, off the court. I don't have to really rely on a CBA contract. And who knows, maybe like we did with the NBA, whenever he did the CBA, those contracts are like reset. Maybe like once they do this deal, like, hey, we want to make sure we take care of the rookies and everybody from this point on. So even though you signed your contract that next year, when the CBA kicks in, it kicks in for everybody. So you never know how they do the CBA. Maybe for all rookies, it kicks in whether you were on drafted the previous. If you were drafted like the previous year, it kicks in this year or something. You never know. So I mean, I think she just wants to play in the U.S. to get that feel. So who knows? I think she wants to come over. I don't think the CBA is too much big of a deal for certain players if you've got this lined up. So she's probably talking to people now. When she came to the U.S. with her trainer, it was like, hey, if you come over this seat, come over to draft. Like Seattle has their own stadium. Like we can get this for you. You have, these facilities you'll be taken care of. So she'll probably be better taken care of in the States over here than where she is now.
Right.
They do all that backroom talking. So.
And so you think Seattle take Dominique Malonga number 2? You think what the Aces got 13 and then the Sparks got number 9. What you think they pick at 9 and 13?
Yeah, the Aces now have 3 second-round picks.
Okay.
So the Aces, I don't know who the Aces get. If they keep, I think they're going to keep their picks because they want young talent. So I think it depends on who fall. If the Sky, I think Seattle controls that draft. Seattle gets Malanga, then Sky getting Olivia, and probably Washington has 2 picks. They probably pick Sonia. I don't think she gets past 4. So because Oakland's going to be upset because I'm pretty sure they wanted Dominique, but they get Kiki. So it'll just fall from there. I think probably LA, since they had the 9th pick and they traded their number 2 pick. Stupid. They probably get Pow Pow. They probably want a lot of shooters because that's the coach from Utah, and she wants nothing but threes. Nothing but threes. So she's probably going to try and get Pow Pow if she drops past the Fever. I think the Fever won at least tomorrow. So if she gets past Indiana, then she's going to Seattle. I mean, LA at 9. So after it Pow Pow, so I think it falls from there. The Aces can probably get probably Maddie Westbell if she stays healthy and continues to improve. Because Maddie Westbell is a bucket. So they just 4 or 5-star recruits playing together. So she's actually pretty good. If you saw her, her play last year, and I did. Maddie Westbell would fit pretty good. I know they have Liz Kitley, but you can never not have enough good young talent.
Yeah, I think Maddie Westbell is great. What you think, B. Will? B. Will, you there?
I'm sorry, I was in the chat. What's that? What's the question?
What you think? What do you think all these drafts basically? What do you think they do with their draft? Not all of them, but the ones that went down in this trade. And I said you could throw in the Sky if you want to, because I know we all kind of fans of the Sky and what this could do for the Sky with the number 2 pick going to Seattle. So I was saying, what do you think Seattle does with the number 2 pick? What do you think Sparks do with number 9? But yeah.
So first of all, on this subject, I'm going to first of all say shout outs to the brother Nate, because brother Nate be coming in with some info and dropping some that people didn't really know, because that whole situation with Malanga, that's a huge point that I hadn't even considered. So
I will say real quick, I will say me and Brooklyn were talking before, and he was saying if the Sparks had number 2, Dominique Malanga could have went to number 2. So now that the Seattle has them and they need a big as well, it's like, okay. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just wasn't thinking of Seattle picking Malanga. So for me, that's like eye opening. Like, oh yeah, man, that's a good thing. For all the reasons that he just brought up, Gabby being cord, her and Malanga being teammates. That's that makes a lot of sense. But I still don't think they are out of. So as far as the number 1 pick, probably still going to be Paige. So I'm not going to belabor that point. The number 2 pick to Seattle, Malanga's a good one. Still doesn't mean they might not want Olivia Miles, because she'll be training under Skylar Diggins-Smith. And Skylar Diggins-Smith, as good a shape as she is in, I think we heard her interview with Angel. She's not sure how long she gonna have left in the league. So maybe Seattle's looking to train up the future, and that's not a good person. That's not a bad person to train up behind. So that brings us back to number 3 for Sky, and we didn't talk that one to death. So again, if we're talking about preferences, of course, I hope the Sky can get Olivia, and then everything else shakes out after that. The question mark that people aren't talking about, I think, is the 4 and 6 pick for Washington. That's pretty huge, because again, the draft is so deep this year.
Well, no, B. Will. I was talking about in this trade, the 9, the 13, number 2.
Oh,
yeah, like
my bad.
They'll do with those. Oh no, you good.
So back again, giving kudos to Nate. So the 13th pick in this draft is actually still a first round pick. That's just splitting hairs. But I think would be a good pickup for the Aces. I think the Aces need to be looking at really promising 4s and 5s that can do what they score points, but also play defense. Because what they need is somebody that can give Asia a blow and give Asia some help if they're on the floor at the same time. So I think they need to be looking at talent that can actually do that. And as Tiffany said in the chat, don't look too heavily into who the Aces pick up, because Becky will cut a chick. So we didn't all seen that. So especially in the second round, you really just don't know. As far as the ninth pick, Seattle gets the ninth pick, or is it
Sparks?
Yeah,
Sparks
Seattle gets the ninth pick.
Sparks.
Sparks get the ninth pick.
Yeah.
Sparks get the ninth pick. Man, if I'm the Sparks with the ninth pick, if I get Malanga at 2, then I'm going for a PG. That's what I'm going for. And I'm probably, if we think about who will be around there, just like Chicago could use, the Sparks could use Sellers or Rivers. Either one, good deal.
Okay. All right.
I think that's my plane landed.
You on mute? Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I'm a drop down. I don't want to damper what's going on. But definitely I want to say that your show is on its way up. I think that this is a place to be. This is where you supposed to be. And if you're not here, then I don't know where you at. This is what's happening, baby. It's the new thing that's going on. And I just want to say shout out to everybody. You all have your own perspective, like my main man, Brooklyn in the 80s, baby. And if you can't, understand that it's a perspective thing and everybody is not wrong. Everybody has the way that they see things, and I don't think nobody in the whole situation that we're in helping each other build each other instead of being crabs in the barrel. I think that this situation helps elevate us as a people and us in our growth in trying to build our situation in our channels and our stations. I land.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Brooklyn. I appreciate that. Tiffany and Co., what do you think they do with these 3 draft picks? What do you think Seattle does with number 2, Sparks number 9? Just tell me who you think they pick and who's the best pick. And you could throw Sky in there if you want to.
Oh, I ain't never came off Olivia. I'm not coming off her. But number 2, yeah, it's not Dominique Malonga. She's not a lottery pick. I'm so sorry to everybody. But they gotta go Kiki or Anissa, because again, like, Gabby don't even like playing in the States because the money is weak. She's not requesting any of her teammates to come over here. And also it's rumored that Dominique Malonga is going to get drafted to the Mystics. Anyway, because they have a lot of French players here in DC. But I think they're going to go with Kiki or Anissa because they want players who are dominant now, like who can play, who's been banging up against Angel, Camilla, who can bang with, the rest of the bigs. They need someone from the SEC, or they need height, right? Someone who's already played with these American players, right? If you're not banging with Lauren Betts, if you ain't banging with Camilla and them, you're not going to do nothing next to Asia. You're not going to be able, there's an adjustment. So I feel like they're going to get someone who they can play, because Nneka, she was hitting 17 points, but she ran out of steam, right, during the playoffs. So if you can give Nneka a good 20, 25 minutes and you can, train up another big to come in and give her some rest, who can get you a couple of buckets too, that's what they're looking for. So I think they go with Kiki or Anissa, probably Kiki. They might package up Gabby Williams if they're not able to get, Maureen Joannis or whatever to come over, which is her friend. question mark, from France. Her teammate, her friend from France. So I could see them packaging up Gabby Williams, sending her to Golden State Valkyries if that's where she wants to go, and getting the number 5 pick. That would also give them Sonia. So that's a question mark. We'll see. But right now, I think they're going with Kiki. Number 9 for who was number 9? LA. I think they're going to go with Haley Van Lith because they need a strong point guard. And HVL, she played with Cameron Brink, right, on 3-on-3. They prepped for the Olympics together. They're pulling together pieces that have chemistry. And I'm sorry, like, the whole starting lineup won't be able to play defense, but if you can bring me HVL, Kelsey Plum, Rakia, Wnba, are we like, that's buckets. It might not be no defense, but it's buckets. They're going to be the LA Enriquez, but that's fine. They're just going to be shooting and shooting and shooting. Number 13, this is a wrench. This is me causing confusion, but also, hey, number 13, it's the second round pick. It's the top of it. If they win another national championship this year, Raven Johnson is going to declare. She's going to drop to 13, and she's going to go learn from the point guard, Chelsea Gray, at the LA, with the Las Vegas Aces. And I'm sorry, if you can bring Raven Johnson, which is arguably the best passer when it comes to bigs, the best passer, the best point guard when it comes to winning, the most winning point guard in college basketball, to the Aces, I don't care who else you got on the team. Put Raven next to Asia with that defense, with Jackie. I don't care if you got Sid Colson playing the center. I don't care. You're going to win a chip. So I feel like that's what they're going to do. They're going to swing number 13 if she declares that's Raven Johnson.
All right. What you think, Miss D? What do you think everybody does with those draft picks? Who you think they pick that'll help them get
he made me think a dark horse is Malanga, but I still say Kiki. If not Kiki, it's a 3-way player for me. Kiki, Centron, or Anissa, I'm sorry. Either way. Dark horse is Malanga. So one of those, but Kiki will win out, I think. Number 9, people say Sellers and Rivers. I don't like Rivers' consistency. I would go Sellers. Also, Barker can be somewhere in there, or she could fall and hopefully go to the Aces. I like her for the Aces. Number 12, Maddie, or Maddie or Janaya. I would take one of a dark horse. How about Sanaya Fagan from SC? You got defense. She's a pretty good rebounder. She could spill some players. So that'll be my picks for everybody.
All right. Brooklyn, what you think?
So I agree with Nate. I was saying earlier too that I think that Kiki or Malanga will go to to Seattle. Yeah. When you look at what's on their roster, Mercedes Russell is a free agent. She's probably not coming back. Obviously, you're probably going to sign Necker back.
Yeah.
So I see either Kiki or Malanga making the most sense there. Somebody, I forgot who said this. It might have been B. Will. It might have been, I think it was B. Will. He actually made me think of something interesting. I don't see a team with a starting point guard drafting Olivia, but if a team was to draft Olivia, Skylar Diggins is also from Notre Dame. So that might be a connection there. I didn't think about that. So that's something we got to look to. Like I said earlier, this is almost like handing the sky Olivia, but nothing is guaranteed. You never know what's going to happen. And there's a Notre Dame connection here in Chicago with Lindsey Allen, and there's a Notre Dame connection in Seattle with Skylar Diggins. As far as the number 9 and the number 13 pick, those are two teams that's ready to win a championship. I don't see them getting rookies That don't make sense to me. So I think they're gonna probably package those up and probably bring in a vet. I said already. Again, I don't know if this is gonna happen. But Nalissa Smith is still trying to find a destination. And one thing I feel like this Jewell Loyd trade replaces the offense, like Keisha said, but you still need some bigs down there to help Asia out. When Asia left the game, she ain't really have no help out there. It was a bunch of cones out there. So she needs some people to come in or play with her. Either play with her or when she's out the game, to give her that time and play productive minutes. So obviously they got Elizabeth Kitley there. I think they need a solid 4. I don't know if you go with a rookie 4. So I think they try to find a veteran to play next to Asia. So I think they package up the 13th pick, and I think the Sparks might keep their pick. Depending on where they at, I think getting a Kelsey Plum, that's the vet right there. So I don't know how many more young players they want. You got a Rakia Jackson, you got a Cam Brink, so they might package up that pick too.
Got you. All right, Chris, what you think? What you think they do with all 3 picks?
I think that they'll take Olivia Miles at number 2 for Seattle. I think Sedona Prince will go to the Aces at 13, and I'm honestly not sure what the Sparks will do
With the number 9.
Yeah, I mean they got a solid roster. With their starters top to bottom. If they picked Olivia, they could have her at the 1, Skylar at the 2. They got NECA and Ezzy, and then you play Gabby Williams at the 3. Their starting lineup is legit. I actually thought they had the most talent that was underachieving last year in the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
They probably take the best available player, whoever that is, depending on who's there. It's a pretty deep draft. So, it really just depends. I'm the type of person who, if your starting lineup's really full, I'm taking the best available because they don't have a huge need like some other teams.
Okay, got you, Chris. What you think, Keisha? Get in here. You on mute.
I gotta click that button. Sorry, guys.
Shout out to Keisha.
I think at number 2 it could go either way. I'm with the rest of them. I think they could either go Olivia Miles and have her learn from Skylar Diggins, or they can go with a power forward. I tend to think they're gonna go with a power forward because of NECA and she might not be playing too much longer. But hey, that's just me. And also, I got another one. I like the Malunga. I didn't think about that. If she comes over, I think they take her because at that spot. But I would say at number 9, Seattle. I think they might take Pow. I think they might take some more shooting. But that's just me. And then the Aces at number 13. I think they need a center. I think they need to develop a center. They might take a Oyoka Lee, somebody like that. They center position is kind of iffy. They don't have somebody consistently playing the 5. And even if they go get somebody in free agency, how much longer they got? I think they need to draft. I think they need to draft a center and develop them, whoever that might be. But that's my take.
That's why I said Sedona Prince. Have you seen her in college at TCU this year?
Yeah, I have. I have seen her.
I think y'all forgetting about Elizabeth Kitley. That's going to be their rookie center this year.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't.
And
She's
Prince,
second rounder.
she okay. She kind of overrated a little bit.
Elizabeth Kitley is nice.
We'll see.
Oh, you said Prince. Okay, yeah, Elizabeth
she
Kitley
overrated
is
a
nice.
little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Sedona Prince. I don't know. Either way it go,
It will be Asia, Elizabeth Kitley, and is Kia Stokes gonna be still be there?
I don't know.
I mean, you could pull it up. I'll pull it up for you.
I think so. I think they cored her, and that's why they had to get rid of Kate Martin. I think so.
They didn't call Kia Stokes.
They protected her.
He means in the expansion draft. That,
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say they didn't call her. No.
Nah, but they protected her to not
But they need somebody. My point is, they need somebody at that 5 spot. They need somebody. I don't know who they're supposed to be. Whether if they finally got a draft pick, who knows what's gonna happen to the Aces the next year? They might want to go get somebody young talent before they snatch their picks again. Let me stop. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they got 2026.
So Kia Stokes still on the roster.
Yeah.
For another year. So and then Megan Gustafson still on the roster for another year. And like I said, they got a rookie 6'5" center already in Elizabeth Kitley. So if they bring in another one, that's going to be another young player. I don't think they're going to do that.
Nah.
Hopefully Kitley comes out.
Apparently they got 3 second-round picks, so they need to just bring in. They just gonna have to do. I don't know, or maybe they package them picks up or something like that, like you said, because they want to contend.
They probably are bringing one young player. I don't see them bringing in 3 young. It don't make sense for a championship roster. If they was a younger team, that's different, but they're a championship team, so it don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
they win now mode.
So y'all thinking they're gonna trade the 13th pick?
No. I'm saying they might keep one because you do want some youth. They got one young player. Remember, Elizabeth Kitley was their rookie from last year. She redshirted, so she's gonna be a rookie this year. And she's 6'5". She was one of the best players in college, so she's gonna be their rookie this year. So they might go get one more, and then the rest of the picks they probably gonna package up. They probably not gonna bring in four rookies to play on a championship team.
I mean, I might trade him, Keisha. It depends. Like I got everybody.
That's why I was confused because how many young people they have on their roster except for Kitley?
I got
probably Kirsten Bell that don't get no minutes. That's it.
Yeah, so it's only like 2 people. So.
You taking phone calls on everybody except Asia and Jackie Young. What are you gonna give me? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, Chris. If you're not gonna bring in young talent, you might as well trade it to get something for it.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do.
Pick.
And that's what Brooklyn's saying. They're not a young team. They're not even trying to rebuild. They're trying to win now. They ain't trying to waste Asia's prime. So
I mean, they do need youth because everybody in their team over the hill. They got Alicia Clark. They got Sydney Colson. So these are players that's not going to be in the league for much longer.
They need to draft the 3. They need to draft the 3.
They do need young talent, so they probably are bringing. They already got Elizabeth Kitley. That'll be 1. They got Kirsten Bell. That'll be 2. They're probably bringing 1 more. That's 3 young players on their roster, and then the rest they probably get veterans.
Here you go, Brooke. Sanaya Rivers at 13.
I was about to say
that's
because
possible.
I mean, Gustavus always mess up her name. She's big, but she's not really a. She's not the big.
Yeah, she trash. To me, she both Megan and Kid trash. So to me, I kind of agree with you, Lakeisha, but I don't think it's a 5 they need because they're gonna have. I guess they're gonna have Kia and Megan. I didn't know that till just now because I pulled it up. They're gonna have Kia and Megan. They're gonna have Asia and Kitley. So I think it's a 4 they need. I think they need a 4 for somebody because if Asia plays with Elizabeth, right? Asia gonna play the 4 and Elizabeth will play the 5. So when Elizabeth sit down, Asia could slide to the 5, and then they could bring in a 4 to play with Asia. So I think they need a 4 more than a 5.
You think they don't play Megan or Kia at all?
Nah, I mean they didn't give them much last year. They trashed me, so I think you need to replace that production. I'm keeping it real. If I'm trying to win a championship, I'm not putting Megan and Kia out there.
Exactly. Kia
I need Monique Billings. I need somebody like that. A Monique Billings, like I said, an Alyssa Smith, somebody like that, and Natasha Howard. Because now you have options, right? Because like I said, you could play the big lineup with Elizabeth and Asia. That's your big lineup. That's 6'5" and 6'4". But then Asia also, she's a defensive player. She like to play that 5 sometimes. So now you could put Asia at the 5 and bring in a 4. You get what I'm saying? So I think they need a 4 more than another 5. But that's just
it could be either one. You don't need a necessarily 4 or 5. You just need a good big.
You need another solid big.
Yeah.
And
but I would say
another big.
Right? No, absolutely.
Big person that can move.
Right. The only reason why I do say 4, Chris, I agree with you saying, Chris, but the only reason why I do say 4 is because teams that have options is usually they have a better chance at winning. You get what I'm saying? If you already have bigs and you go get another big, you're only gonna play one way. You can't play small now. But if you go get another player, now you got options, and now you could decide depending on what the other team is doing. We could go small against you, we could go big against you. So I do think a power forward is more important, but a solid big is a solid big.
If you're Brittany Griner,
right? Y'all don't think a 3-4 at all?
No, I'm not saying not. So I do agree that they could get other players too. I just think their biggest need is that they could get a 3-4. Their biggest need is getting Asia some help, because I think that's part of the reason why they lost, right? Yeah. Asia was working hard. If you watch her in the playoffs, she was working hard in the playoffs, and she ain't getting no help. So I think they need to address that.
They got $5 left. Like, how are they gonna get people?
That's true.
Well, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only have 6 people in the contract. Well, 7. Well, Kelsey's out the door. They only have 7 people in the contract right now. So they
but they just paid the Supermax. They just paid the Supermax in order to make that trade happen. They legit got $500,000 left. And they got all them spots. That's a bag of chips. Like, what are they gonna do if they're not paying for one of the table?
It's a 1-year deal, Tiffy. It's a 1-year deal. It's not like
that's true.
We signed Will for $100K.
That's fair.
It's a 1-year deal, so they could find some people to get them over the hump. Hey, this is all we could give you for this 1 year CBA. We won a championship this year.
And I don't know how this works, but Kia Stokes and Megan Gudgerson is unprotected. So I don't know if they actually have to pay.
They can cut them. They unprotected means they can cut them and won't count against the cap. They can cut them right now.
Cut Gus.
Yeah, they won't count against the cap.
Okay. See, so they don't even have to be there next year, y'all.
Yeah.
And Kia,
But they can re-sign Tiffany Hayes. They can literally sign Kennedy Carter for 125, Hayes for 125. So they can pay somebody some cheap. Brittany Griner might want to take a pay cut. Like, hey, you want to take a pay cut for 1 year?
What? Hey, Nate, you said pay somebody some what?
Huh? I said take a pay cut. What did it sound like? I said take a pay cut.
Okay.
What did it sound like I said?
Oh no, I'm asking questions.
Forget Carter right now. You're talking to some big girls.
I'm a little congested right now. I'm sick, so it probably sounded very weird. I'm congested. I'm just saying a while. No, I said they can pay. I said Kennedy Carter. They can pay her, you know what I'm saying, like $100,000 or something for a year, you know, see how she performed, bring Tiffany Hayes back because she said she only playing for the Aces, get her a nice cheap contract. Brittany Griner want to win. She signed a 1 year cheap contract.
I sent you the link, Keith.
Okay.
And then they have
it's in the IG.
I was saying Maddie Westbell. I was saying initially Maddie Westbell for the Aces at 13. So
I like Maddie. I want a 3-4 for them. That's just me. I want somebody who could come in for Jackie Williams as well, and maybe also slide to the 4 sometimes too. That's
who Jackie Williams, Key?
I was wondering, but I didn't want to correct it. I just left it. I didn't want to be that guy. I was like, Jackie, what is that? Elizabeth Jackie Young's daughter? Courtney Williams
and Jackie Young, yeah. Somebody to come in for Jackie Young sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It might help out also, you know, with the offense a little bit too sometimes with Jewell Loyd out there. But that's just my thoughts. I don't know. But I hear what y'all saying because they probably will cut Meg and Kia now. So hell yeah, you need a 4 for sure.
But I still think they need vets because y'all gotta think about when they in them series and they playing against the Seattles that I think is gonna be good next year, and they playing against the Liberty. How much stock you really putting in rookies? And we all know this at WNBA. How much time do rookies get anyway?
When you were talking
especially at the 13th pick, we're not talking about lottery picks.
So that's
they
why
need vets, but dude, Ace has already got vets. Like Asia's a vet, you know. Gray's a vet.
Yeah, it's hella vets on the team. Jackie, Tiff Hayes. That's a lot.
Yeah, they got hella vets.
So y'all trust them? Y'all trust rookies in a 7-game series?
I'm not saying they should get rookies, right? That's not what I'm saying.
Phoebus showed out as a rookie this year. It just depends on the rookie.
Well, she wasn't necessarily a rookie though.
But it was one we talking about.
For 6 years.
Rookie.
We talking about one rookie on a team with vets.
Yeah, surrounded by vets. Yeah.
Well, that's.
I think Vegas get one more rookie.
Good. She was a rookie. Was she a rookie? Satu's little sister. Or
No, she's been in the league 3 years.
Oh, she's still young. She showed out in the finals.
Hey, okay.
Look how long it took her though. She been hurt, and she just been rehabbing and practicing. So I mean, she been hurt. Them Sablis be hurt, boy.
They don't
I'm
gotta
telling you that right now.
those.
That's why Sato ain't been traded yet, because they like, don't she be hurt all the time? So I'm not trying to give up my lottery picks and all my whole chest for 1 year, maybe 20 games, maybe 25 of a Sato. Like, man, she gonna kill from 25 games though. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that is.
Like, is she gonna be there for the playoffs? I don't know. Can't guarantee that.
How much production Kate Martin gave him last year in the playoffs?
Oh man, they should have protected her. They're looking bad right now.
They didn't play her, so we don't know.
That's my point.
Yeah.
She was
they didn't play her. Yeah.
Defense.
They probably should have though.
That's my point.
I don't think they should go in on 3 rookies. Absolutely not.
No.
Like, I don't think they should fill their bench up with 3 rookies. But I think you pick one and you make that shit work at the very least.
Because they're gonna have 2, because we gotta count Elizabeth Phillips. She's gonna be a rookie. And if they pick one, that's 2 rookies.
2 rookies, yeah. I think they at least pick one more, because Leah's been at the Ace facility, she been rehabbing, practicing with them, watching the practice, not being able to practice, but watching the practice, because she had the ACL tear, so she's still able to watch practice, watch film. So I don't think it's just a plan for her. So she's already been through, kind of basically seen the league, seen the physicality, seen the playoffs. So she's playing, yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily call her a rookie coming in, besides playtime. And I still don't see that Storm. I don't know if they're actually keeping that pick, but I don't necessarily see them picking Olivia to play behind Skylar off the bench. I don't think they put her at 2 either, because that's an awkward backcourt, because both Skylar and Olivia need the ball in their hands. So, and it's kind of you draft the number 2 pick to come off the bench, because she had to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
I mean, to your point, Nate, because I agree with you, but either way, whoever they draft gonna have to come off the bench, because even if they draft Kiki, she's gonna come off the bench for NECA. If they draft Malanga, I doubt Malanga starts over Esmagor. You get what I'm saying? She eventually have that starting lineup, but I doubt she come in right away and start over Esmagor. So either way,
what's NECA? A 3? Who plays a 3?
A 4.
4, nigga. Okay.
Gabby Williams gonna play the 3.
Unless you draft Olivia or Paige,
or
I don't think
Horston,
you're getting a starting level player. Paige,
but that's what I'm saying. You can't.
I disagree.
That's what I'm saying. You can't get Liv at the.
I think Anissa Morrow.
You think she's starting over NECA?
No, he
said starting level.
Okay, you talking about that number 2? I thought you meant starting level.
You talking number 2?
Yeah, I just missed that pick specifically for Seattle. Yeah.
I mean, Seattle need a bench too, though. They needed a bench for them playoffs.
Even if Paige or Olivia go to Seattle, I don't think who's going to the bench. Well, Paige could go. She could start at the 2. Okay, that makes sense. But Olivia not starting over Skylar.
No, she just moved Skylar. Skylar's a great shooter.
I think they're making another trade because Gabby and Jordan Horston are literally playing the same position, the same player. You core Gabby, so I think they're trading Jordan Horston. I think they trade Jordan.
Player. She could start too.
Exactly.
Page or Olivia.
Yeah, she was starting. I think that's the thing. She was starting before they brought Gabby in.
I think it's gonna be Jordan Horston at the 2 and or vice versa, Gabby at the 3 or vice versa. I think that's the lineup.
That's what I think. I don't think they trade Jordan, y'all. I don't think they trade her.
But she was on the bench last. Oh wait, Jewell was there though. You're right, Jewell was there. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, her defense.
And B Will, I'm with you. They're not the same type. Gabby and Jordan. The same type of player. Gabby could play 1 through 4 for real. You know what I'm saying? So I think they put Gabby at the 2 or the 3.
Yeah.
Or Jordan at the 2 or the 3. I'm thinking Gabby at the 2 more so because she could score better than Jordan. And Jordan's great defensively at the 3. That's what I'm thinking. So and she was starting until Gabby came back. And obviously Gabby
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But also, who's gonna shoot the 3? Who's going to shoot the 3 ball if you're starting both Jordan and Gabby? They're not 3-point shooters. You need a shooter.
Wait a minute. So Gabby is not known for being a 3-point shooter, catch and shoot shooter, but Gabby for sure can shoot the 3.
Yeah,
Tyler can shoot it too.
Hey, Tiffy. Hey, I'm causing confusion when I say this, so the whole chat about to shoot arrows at me. Don't shoot arrows at me. But you talking to people who wanted to draft Cheyenne Sellers, Tiffy, they don't care about the 3-point shot, especially if you could play defense. They don't care.
There go, bro.
Don't start.
There you go again. There you go again.
Don't start. Don't start. I mean, okay, so Nate, you had a thought, right? You was like, I'm thinking, right? You was like, I'm thinking Jeff knows that he's getting Olivia at 3. And that's why
That's why we're giving a pickup. Yeah. That's what I've been saying that to. Then I said I've been saying that. I was saying on KSAP show, but that's what was holding it up because I said if Jewell was going to get traded, you know what I'm saying, so without that 3 pick, it would have happened already. I've been before Andy said it. I said, man, the deal that's holding it up is a 3 pick. Seattle wasn't going for none of their assets because that, you know what I'm saying, unless they was giving them Andrew and Camilla, and they was like, nah, that ain't never happening. So they was like, all right, give us the 3 pick. Jeff was like, nah, I give you the 10 and a pick swap next year. They was like, nah, we want 3. Jeff was like, nah, I give you 10. So it was like a back and forth. And that's why they was like, oh, talks are cool. Because Jeff was like, man, kick rocks. Y'all didn't get the 3rd pick. I told y'all that's for Olivia. They was like, we're going 3 for Jewell. Man, he like, man, look, she 31. I ain't trying to hear all this crazy stuff. And it's still for 1 year. I think you was pointing out, how do you know for sure that she going to resign? I felt she still would have resigned, but there's no guarantee. Even if she said, I give you my word, there was no guarantee. And you passing on literally a franchise player at 3. I think, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, Liv is still coming to 3. I don't know what was happening, but I'm like, if Jeff didn't think she was coming to 3, huh?
And you still feel that way, even though people are kind of saying, shit, Seattle could use a
Absolutely. It's just, I've been watching the W for years. People, they had the only mock that was correct last year. It was only like the first 10 picks, only 4 of them was right out of all the mocks, and that was Caitlin, Cameron, and Rakia. Those the only ones that was right. I was calling that last year. I kept saying, man, the Sky gonna get Camilla. I said way before the draft, no, we're getting Rakia. I was like, man, they getting Camilla. No, we're getting Rakia. Well, we would get Camilla. You wanna know why? Because we need a size. I'm like, oh, they're gonna match both of them. Well, when I started the trade, I'm like, oh, they're going to get Angel. No, we're not. I was like, yes, we are. I'm like, they need a 4 and a center. You need that dog and you need that backbone. It's like, oh, we got bigs. All right, they're gonna be gone. Like, what you mean? So I'm like, Nate, yeah. What?
You know what's next, right? After this trade, we waiting for the Satu trade. The
that was the domino. Yeah. So that Satu thing is crazy because they was like, she going to Indiana. I'm like, she going to Indiana. She don't like Indiana. She specifically said, I'm a LA, New York type of girl. So she's either going to LA or she going to New York. Like, that's literally her thing. She want a big city, yeah. And it came out, the Athletic put out, you know what I'm saying, put out an article, like, according to a source, Satu is not keen on Indiana. She is not, feels that she is a fit in Indiana and is not, you know what I'm saying? So she doesn't want to go to Indiana. She's like, nah, I'm good. So we lose. Y'all say it's my fault.
Really quick, just to answer the question on the screen. I wouldn't mind Isaiah James. I wouldn't mind Sinai Rivers. But it's a lot of guards we're not even talking about today. Sarah Ashley Barker really impressed me today. I wouldn't mind Sarah Ashley Barker. I wouldn't mind Zay Green. I wouldn't mind Aaliyah Nye. You know, I wouldn't mind Gianna Neekins. I wouldn't mind. I think I said it already. Did I say Sinai Rivers? I'm gonna say it again if I didn't. I wouldn't mind Sinai Rivers. Those are people I wouldn't mind at the 10th pick. We'll see. But if I had to pick one, I say Isaiah James, especially now that Kennedy Carter is gone. I think Isaiah James could be that scorer that we need. 6 women, either 6 women or play after 2, depending on what we're doing free agency. I like Isaiah James.
Got you.
And I agree with that.
Real quick.
Yeah, especially okay, go ahead, Mike.
If Plum is worth the 2nd overall pick, what is Satu worth?
Exactly why she hasn't been traded yet.
Well, I don't think she was worth it, so that's
it wasn't. She definitely wasn't. Actually, the 2nd and the 13th pick.
Go ahead, Keisha. What you said?
I don't think Satu is worth it. That's why she's still sitting there. I actually think Satu might have overplayed her hand. when she
New
came
York's
out.
loaded.
Yeah, they're loaded, and she picked and to your point, Mike, she picked a team that was already loaded and probably don't need her position.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Chris you're talking to.
Chris, I'm sorry. And she put all her eggs in that
Got your
basket.
back, Chris.
And I get that Indiana fever. She telling the Fever fans she don't really want to go there. She told the Chicago fans she don't really want to go there, and she just want to go to New York. That's fine, but New York don't need you, honey.
No,
No, she said she wanted to come to Chicago, Keisha. Chicago was immediately out of running because Jeff wasn't giving up that third pick. That's why.
Oh, cool.
Hey, but look, Lakeisha, to your point though, let her go to New York. They think that's gonna work, right?
You messed them all up.
Let her go to New York.
But you know what, Brooke?
Who was that? Wody Mack said it's gonna work, Brooklyn.
But you know what, Brooke? I don't think New York is sold on that it will work. I don't think they sold on that because I
already know it won't work. Hey, and listen, if Showtime
somebody that's productive for Satu.
Listen,
right, Benasia Liney in a second round pick, and Benasia Liney's fitting in better with their team. She's a way better defender than Satu.
Exactly.
They already got enough.
Yeah.
But listen, if Showtime's still in the chat, I always like to give people credit when they say something. I don't like to steal people's takes. Showtime said this about Indiana. I think the same thing applies to the Liberty, right? It's only one ball, right? It's gonna be four stars. It's gonna be 4 stars on a Liberty. Who's gonna sacrifice? You get what I'm saying? One of them got to sacrifice. So I don't think it's a fit. I don't think it makes sense at all. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know where she needs to go. You know.
I will say this. Let me tell you this, Brooke, before you finish up. Now, if you told me that what's that girl name? Stewie said, look, I don't know how many more years I want to do this thing. I want to get into running my league and being with my kids and my wife. And, you know, I might do another year or two, but that'll be it. And maybe they bring in Satu to fit her in for that. That's the only thing I can see. Otherwise, they would have to probably give up Phoebus. And if I'm the Liberty, I wouldn't give up Phoebus for Satu.
Absolutely
not.
Absolutely
not.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, Tay. I wouldn't do that in the prime of her career.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I already said this is my perspective when it comes to NY. The perspective with Brooklyn 80s Baby did a great show on what does NY need to do to two-peat. My opinion was they don't really need to do much. You know what I'm saying? I say you go all in on Phoebus and then add a couple pieces to, you know, the fact that they don't have Kayla Thornton no more. So you got to replace that. Shit like that to me, I think that's what I don't think you make a big move like Satu and just ruin the chemistry, like force the issue. It just doesn't make sense to me. And her lack of defense is insane. You know what I'm saying? She's literally only good for shooting the ball. She's good for offense.
Somebody lied to me.
And said she had decent defense, right?
Yeah.
They said she was a unicorn.
They called her a unicorn.
Yeah, what a unicorn her.
Nah, she ain't that at all, man. She is not the unicorn, man.
Just
she
like
a
her
unicorn
hashtag
she can only do one thing. She a unicorn because she can only do one thing. Unique things. She can only shoot. She can't.
I'm gonna give Satu some credit. We killing her right now. Satu, from what I've seen from Satu, first of all, her issues is being inconsistent and being injury prone because she one of those players that when she does get hot, she looks really good. The problem is she'll do that one time and don't really follow the production up. But it's times when she come out, hit you with like 6-7 threes, and the Satu had this, and it's like she looks good. She got a little bit of handle for her size. You know, she did it in the Olympics. She was playing more of a point forward role. That's you know. That's her skills and her ability, but the problem is she injury prone and she inconsistent. She don't give it to you, you know, on a consistent basis. So, you know.
I mean, she's requesting out. So, like, if she's trying to blow up the team chemistry of the Liberty, like, let's say you traded Benasia Laney for her, and Benasia Laney's a great defender. You know, everybody gonna be looking at the GM and the coach side-eyed, like, why do we get rid of somebody who has good chemistry with the team who's a good defender, for this shot chucker who ain't helping us at all on defense.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Chris.
Especially who they're going to be contending against. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be going up against the Lynx or the Aces or, maybe Seattle. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, Satu is not going to, as we keep using the phrase, move the needle, you know what I'm saying, for NY to such an extent that they should trade away, like you said. Great. Because like that person proposed, like if Kelsey Plum was worth, a pick and this and that, then they're gonna want a lot for Satu. It's not gonna just be Bet Nigel Laney. It's going to be, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be Bet
Picks
Nigel.
too, yeah, a bunch of picks. Yeah.
I want a lot of shit for her, and she's not worth that. She's just not
For
worth
1 year. And it's 1 year, yeah.
Absolutely not.
I could see being at the Liberty have the team that they have, though. I could see them taking that chance, though.
Yeah.
I could see them doing it.
You think that if they do that, they are stupider than I thought.
I could see them taking a chance with the
I can see them swinging for the fences, though. I understand where Brooke coming from. I can see them doing it.
Stupid as hell.
Swinging.
That would be crazy.
Hey, what about LA? I know it's done, but do y'all see them trading one of their lottery picks? Not Cameron, but maybe Rakia and in the first next year for Satu? Because she likes LA or New York. She want a big city. I know that. She want a big market.
No.
Rakia, she's a future. She a future All-Star, future Hall of Fame. I went.
They traded a franchise player. They traded the number 2 pick and the 13th pick for a 30-year-old Kelsey Plum. So I mean, they seem pretty stupid.
I could kind of understand that move.
Like
when you say it like that,
I could kind of.
She's 5'8".
No, but look, I agree, but I could understand the move, though. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I forgot who said it. One of y'all said it on the panel earlier. I like to give people credit, so I apologize. I can't remember who said this, but what LA was gonna get at the number 2 pick, they probably felt like they didn't need, and they probably was looking at like a Kiki. And they were saying, we have a Derek and Wnba already. We have a Cam Brink. We don't need a Kiki, but we could bring in a Kelsey Plum. Again, what she does provide for them is veteran leadership, right? For a young team. She provides, the shoot and everything she provides. So they probably was looking at that. We rather give up this player we're going to get at number 2 because we're not getting number 1. They probably wanted Paige. We're not getting number 1. We could get Olivia. You know what I mean? We could get Kiki, and they was probably not sold on either one of them and said, we want a veteran. We want somebody with veteran leadership. So I could understand the move. I'm not saying it was the right move, but I do understand they think. Because it's like for us, it's totally different. When you look at Chicago, Olivia is a perfect piece for us. You get what I'm saying? She might not necessarily be perfect in LA. They probably just like, we can see how she works, but it might not be perfect. And then with Kiki, they probably like, we already got bigs. They probably had options. Because I was thinking, but I never saw this coming. But I was thinking, it's a shot in the dark, but it's a possibility that Kurt is his name Kurt Miller. If I'm not messing his name up. Kurt Miller Dallas, might really want De'Erica back because they had a relationship. So it's a possible way with it. I was thinking about possible ways where Kiki could go there and they could make a trade or whatever the case may be. But I could understand them making this move. They probably say, you know what, let's, Kelsey's ready to go. She's proven she's a winner. Let's bring her in with these young players and let's try to build something. So I get it.
Heard that. Brooklyn needs a tattoo that says veteran leadership.
Nah, but look, that's funny. But certain teams that you gotta realize where you are. Certain, like for instance, with Chicago, Lakeisha, no, I'm like go build through the draft. We don't need vets right now, so it depends on where you at. Like that's certain teams, you need to go get the vets. Certain teams, you need to just build young. And like my girl WB Universe say, just follow your trajectory. You feel me? Follow your trajectory. Don't rush the trajectory.
I definitely think Chicago needs some vets. They just need the right vets.
Need some vets. Yeah. I think Jeff wants the right vets. Jeff wants the right vets. I think in that locker room because he saw and heard what happened last year that he wants the right vets.
Yeah, you need high character people. But if you take a look at the Sparks, they kind of got a roster that's almost ready to go. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like what I was saying about Indiana yesterday, right? Like a lot of people are still looking at Indiana like that young rebuilding team. They out of that. They a team with a big three now that's ready to take the next step. If you look at what the Sparks have, they almost right there. They we gonna see what Kelsey Plum means to their lineup, right? And I think they probably need to make 1 or 2 more moves before they can start really competing with the heavy hitters. I
mean, with Kelsey going there, what's their big three?
Exactly.
To me, it's Rakia, right? It's Rakia.
Yeah.
I don't. You gotta see Cam. I feel like Cam is in there, but she's not there. She's hurt, so I'm gonna leave her out for now. So I'm gonna say Rakia. I'm gonna say it's Derricka, and it gotta be Kelsey right now. But I think Cam is in that, but I can't. She's not playing right now. She hurt.
So how about they bench? And I think they need a point guard because
they have Ari McDonald, and they also picked up.
She's okay. She's okay.
I'm not saying I like her. I'm just telling you this is they moves. I'm not sitting here singing her praises or none of that. But that's their guard that they behind right now.
They look close, but they're not quite close. The Sparks. They look close, but not quite. Okay. They're not quite there.
What you feel like they missing?
A point guard, because the style that the coach saying she want to play, you need somebody to know how to get that ball out, and you need a bench because you're gonna be running up and down. She want the shootout, so yeah, they're not there. And then we don't know how Cam Brink gonna come back from her injury.
What if they put Zaya Cook at the point?
I want to see her. I hope so. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I want her to do well.
I think Ari McDonald would bear a point than Zaya Cook is. Zaya Cook more of a 2 than me. I don't know if y'all know. She is small, but she's really good. I don't know if y'all familiar with her game. Yeah, I don't know who got the feedback. And again, I'm not singing Ari McDonald praises. I'm just, like I like to be honest about these players. Just like Satsu, we could kick them in the back all day, but then they got some qualities too, right? So what I'm saying is Ari McDonald, she's not terrible, right? She's good at what she does. You might not like her. You might say I need a different point guard. I ain't mad at you there, but she's a good point guard.
Here's the other thing you got to think about the Sparks. Let's talk about their big three and everything that's going on with the Sparks, the coaches they're getting. Y'all, nobody has mentioned Azurá Stevens.
Oh shit!
She's hurt all the time.
I don't think she's mentioned the boo though. She's like, she's like a real.
I'm like, oh shit! I forgot all about her.
Me too.
I'm with you, AB. I'm with you with Ray Burrell. Let me Azurá.
Listen, let me land the plane on that though. Look at what she's doing. Yeah, she's been hurt. She's had some injuries, but in terms of what they coach want to do, what Azurá brings fits perfectly what they coach want to do. Especially if you consider the fact that Cameron Brink probably not coming back till later in the season, maybe right before the break or right after the All-Star break.
Like July.
Yeah. So like. I get it. So for me, one of the things that's missing for the Sparks is they need some muscle because all they bigs are light in the ass. They don't have anybody except for maybe De'Erica Hamby that's gonna bang down low.
Facts.
Even when Cam Brink comes back, Cam Brink is a heck of a presence as a shot blocker, but she ain't banging down low. She can be moved out of the paint. You know what I mean? So. We can't forget what's actually there. I do like the idea of Zaya Cook because that's a girl. I do like the aspect of her getting some more time and us maybe actually seeing what she can do now. But hey, man, the Sparks aren't that far off. I don't know how this trade helps them. We will see.
I think the Sparks' biggest issue, B-Will, is gonna be defense.
Yeah, because Stevens don't play none.
Rakia don't play no defense either.
And Rakia don't play none either.
And right, because how the style gonna fit that? Because their new coach want an up and down style, so it's gonna be. We'll see how they play defense.
Oh, you're right. That might go with their style.
I will say this. I don't know. So we can say what Azure has been. I will say that Azure, as far as defense concerned, it's only two. It's N of 2, but Azure's defense last game, as opposed to the game before that, was night and day.
You talking about 3
Are
on
you
3?
talking about 3-on-3?
You talking about 3-on-3, baby?
I know it's a different game. I know it's a different game. I know it's a different game.
You will really trying to sell us on Azure.
Okay, B. Will we gonna buy what you selling because it's not our team. So
I'm not selling.
we'll buy
I'm not selling anything. I'm just asking you all to look with honest eyes. That's all.
My eyes telling me she a 10-year vet who can't even play defense.
Right, we already know what she can do. Like, she's not moving no needle for the Sparks, bro. But Ray Burrell, I'm with you with Ray Burrell, though. Ray Burrell, definitely we need to talk about more.
Yeah. I mean, 10 years and B. Will say it could change. I
didn't know she was in the league that long. I ain't paying no attention. 10 years?
She hasn't been in the league 10 years. She hasn't been.
Okay, let's see how long.
Okay.
Let me do some research because I don't want to say the wrong thing on
It's 9 years, B. Well, okay, 9 years. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
It's not real hard. Not real hard.
Let me make sure.
Hey, no, hold on. Tiffany and Kobe coming up here and saying she be exaggerating because she's funny. She a comedian, so she said 10 years, but it hasn't been that.
It's been 7 years, B. Will.
That's damn near 10 years. Tiffany Cole was right.
Next season will be her 8th year.
Tiffany Cole was right.
She could have had
next year be her 8th year, B. Will. I'm pretty sure we know what she is now, B. Will.
She could have learned everything by now.
I do agree. I'm a
She
positive guy. Hey, I'm a positive guy. I do agree with B. Will with the style of play that the coach want to play. She's gonna be, she's gonna be one of those veterans that's gonna be able to play that style. So I'm with you there, B. Will. But Ray Burrell, I think is going. She's somebody who I think is going to take another step next year.
Yeah, I for sure think Ray Burrell's gonna be great in that offense they're gonna run.
And another thing about that,
what makes y'all say that?
Hold on, really quick.
I love Ray Burrell. I love Sweet Baby Ray. But what makes y'all say that?
All right, so I could tell you what makes us say that. But on top of what makes us say that, Ray Burrell, Rakia Jackson, and then they do have, obviously Cam is out, but they do have bigs. You asked about the defense earlier, Key. They might not be the best one-on-one lockdown defenders, but that's going to be a long team. So that might help out their defense a little bit. And what makes us say Ray Burrell is going to take another step? I mean, just look at it. Look at the skills the girl got. Number one, she hasn't been in the league for 10 years. So she still got some room for development, right? And I feel like she hasn't been utilized. Same thing with what we saying about Cook, right? She hasn't been. That's her name, right? Cook.
Yeah, Zaya Cook.
Zaya Cook. Yeah. These people haven't been utilized, so it's like we're gonna see what they could add and what they could bring to the table. And again, people might not be the highest on Kelsey Plum, but you can't teach veteran leadership, right? She won championships, right? This is something that she could give those girls and say, "Hey, listen. This is what we did in this situation. This is what we did in that situation." Even if she came to the Sky, I would have said the same thing. We did a show about the Sky. When Key was on my show, I said the same thing. Wasn't not high on Kelsey Plum, but you never know. You didn't know where she was going to go at that time. If she came here, I was happy of the veteran leadership she could have gave to the young players. So she could do the same thing and on the Spark. So I think we're going to see a lot of those young players step up and have bigger roles.
I mean, Zaya Cook's shooting 30% for her career. I think that's her biggest issue. She just can't really shoot or put the ball in the hole. She's an okay passer and, an okay defender. She's a little undersized, but she just can't really put the ball in the hole.
I ain't know that. 30% for her whole career? Damn.
Yeah.
But she only been in the league, what, 2-3 years? I don't know.
Just 2 years, 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's not. You can't look at it. Yeah, you can't look at that because depending on how many minutes you get and stuff like that, that's all going to affect it. She needs time to really develop into the player she's going to be. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I just saw this. It says sources told ESPN the Sparks were ultimately uncertain about who will even be available to be drafted number 2 overall, combined with the hope of bringing Plum in for multiple years, that made it more palatable to give up the lottery pick. Y'all are idiots.
Yeah, they
LA
talk.
cannot be real.
They had the
Yeah,
second
they
pick.
talking
What are they
like
even talking
foolishness.
about?
What are
I
they
think they
talking
just
Oh
about?
my God.
I think they
It's either
just
Paige or Olivia. What?
but I think they just only wanted Paige. I think
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, they didn't want
they just
They,
wanted
Olivia.
they
Paige.
only wanted Paige, and
Yeah, they didn't
And
want
they
her.
think
And look, think
that's what I
about
want
it.
to ask you guys. I want to ask, do you think they changed their mind to be even about drafting Olivia when they saw Hannah was out and how Olivia kind of struggled a little bit to get the offense going without having a dynamic guard on the side of her? Because I thought they kind of, I heard people talking, I'm like, this might drop her draft stock good. You know, I actually want her to struggle so she can drop the 3.
I
But
don't
you
really
think they
think
had something to do with it? That they was like, oh, you struggling without Hannah out there. You think that has something to do with it?
I don't think Olivia struggled though.
She
I just think
won.
that's people hating. Like people want their
Oh yeah,
narrative to be right so bad that they just start saying anything. You get what I'm
all
saying?
types of stuff.
So
Yeah.
But I will say this: that there is a reason, whether it be a crazy reason or not. There's a reason why the Sparks didn't value Olivia Miles. I would love to hear why.
I think is what I said earlier though. I think is when you look at what the Sparks need, I don't feel like they felt like they necessarily needed Olivia. Kind of like with Chicago, we feel like we need her. So we feel like every team
Yeah.
supposed to look at it the same way. I feel like they wanted Paige. That's the person. Because if you look at the
Yeah.
lottery, if you pay attention to the lottery threw a monkey wrench and everything. We all nobody thought Dallas was getting the first pick until the lottery happened. We all was like, yo, the Sparks is gonna be number 1, and we might be 2, or Dallas might be 2. Like we all thought it was gonna be Sparks 1, and then Havin went from there. So we all assumed Paige was going to LA. And I think LA assumed Paige was going to LA. And then when it didn't happen, I think they ain't want nobody else.
So the Sparks don't want Flage either, huh?
Well, again, I think to your point, I think no, but to her point, I think that's what we were saying, right? we were sitting here cooking up like, yo, the Sparks done talk to, they done guaranteed her the number 2 and all that. So I don't think that actually happened. I think we was living in a fantasy world. No, I know, but but that was a good question though. I know you trolling.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a good question. And my answer to that is, again, I think sometimes we be cooking up stuff on the internet that we think is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Sparks was just like, nah, I don't even think Flage was ever in their plans. I think they were just like, yo, we don't want Paige. I mean, we're not getting Paige and we don't want nobody else.
So T. Carmella said, I'm telling you, since LA couldn't get Paige, they are playing chess with Juju. You heard it here first.
Facts. Also,
why would they favor Kelsey Plum then? Because she's going to make them better.
Well,
yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
The Sparks, I don't think they're tanking just yet, but if we think about it, Paige is more of a shooting guard who can also run the point. That's who they needed. The Spurs got 5'11" point guards. They don't need another point guard, right? So it makes sense for them to go and see like who's the next best shooting guard you can get. No doubt, if you're bringing in Paige is going to come into the draft. She's going to be top 5. So it makes sense for the Sparks to get rid of that lottery pick in order to get a top 5 shooting guard, which whether or not Plum plays defense or not, she has 2 rings. So she's a top 5 champion winning shooting guard. So she fits exactly what the Sparks needed. They didn't need that number 2 pick. They were never going to get a point guard. I think, they also might roll the dice in order to get a power forward that's a veteran as well. There's so many bigs that are vets that are going to be free agents. So I think the Sparks did what was smart. I think on the internet, everybody was going crazy because they want what Chicago wants, and nobody wanted Olivia before Chicago Sky fans wanted Olivia. But hey, that's what happens when you're popping. So at the end of the day, like, we were getting scared, but the Sparks were deciding, okay, do we want Kiki, or are we going to try and go in free agency and find someone to come and be that shooting guard that they need, since they can't have Paige?
Yeah, I agree with Tiffy Cole 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, Brooklyn, Gianna Nepkin's gonna be gone before 10 because her coach gonna pick her at 9. LA got the
Possibly.
ninth pick.
Possibly. That's
Yeah.
why I've never been the person that was like, we need to get this one player. I always name multiple players because again, a lot of people underestimate the different ways you could go in this draft. Like I think at the top you have lottery players, so it's like at the top you want specific players. But I think once you get closer to the bottom, it's more like I think Chris said this earlier. You just want to go get your fit. You want to go get somebody that fit, and it's a lot of players that fit these different teams.
I mean, yeah. So you think Deanna Neekins will go to the Sparks now?
Yeah, that's her former coach. The new LA Sparks coach is a former Utah coach.
For Gianna. And Gianna, she, for what she does really well. But like I said, she's not the only person in the draft that do that. We already spoke about Alabama got 3 of them on the same team. That's crazy. You got Zay Green.
Yeah,
Zay Green is 6'2", and she got like more of a point guard's ability. Shoot the 3, play defense, everything. Then you got
she been injured a lot too, though.
Yeah, she be injured. You got a Sarah Ashley Barker, who also just came back from injury, but she's 6 foot and she got more of an off ball, shoot the 3, attack the basket type of game. And then you got Aaliyah Nye, who's more of a come off screen, space the floor type of game, right? So all 6 feet tall, all 6 feet or better. And it's like they all got similar but different games, and it's like pick what you want, like what you prefer.
Shout out,
and that's
Brooke,
all on one team.
Homework, man. This fool been fucking popping names out, man. You've been doing your work.
That's a fact, though, because I like that. Listen, that's just part of it. I could, you know what I mean? I like to learn about these girls, man. I get impressed when I learn about somebody new. I get impressed. I'll be like, oh, nobody even talking about her.
That's why we give him homework all the time.
He been spitting names today, man.
Shit. Let me tell you something, Chris. We got to give him homework.
I love that about Brooklyn. He be on that shiny nickel. Brooklyn be on that shiny nickel, man. I love it because he does his homework. He 100% honest about where he is and where he came from, and the fact that he doesn't know. He wasn't watching before, but he's going back and does his homework. So I respect that a lot. But Brooklyn be on that shiny nickel.
No facts. He was asking us yesterday to shout out names that he didn't know about when we were on the Fever pod for his. But then today he's shouting out all these names like, bruh.
That's funny.
Okay,
That's funny. I appreciate you guys.
Like
too.
the guard play could change. Even I still think maybe
there's
a possible chance that Big 4 come out. You still have Raven and who else I thought I forgot.
I don't think anybody that
what you said, I could probably help you out. What you said, say it again.
She's saying Raven, Big 4, another guard was coming out. Look.
Raven, Big 4. You said another guard was coming out in the draft.
Latson.
Oh, she's coming out next year. She's not coming out.
Yeah, but she can't come out this year. So I'm saying
I don't think so because her birthday.
No, she can't. No,
her birthday.
No, she's not eligible to come out this year.
So the reason why I fly.
So what about Big 4 and Raven? If they
Big 4 can.
Change,
Big 4 can and Raven can. And if they come out, that'd be great.
I don't think anybody who can come out is coming out this year. That's my personal opinion. I don't think anybody who can come out is coming out. I don't think Raven Johnson will come out. I don't think anybody will come out.
That rule, I don't think she's ready yet.
Because Olivia doesn't have to come out this year.
So for me, Raven Johnson.
That's different, B. Will, than a Raven and a early come out versus I don't have to come out is 2 different things to me.
Well, Olivia won't be early. What happened with Olivia was she got hurt, so she has another year she can use.
I'm saying
same thing with Raven. Raven got extra years she could use because she got hurt early in her career. Big 4 will be an early. Big 4.
Oh, okay. I thought Raven was an early. Okay.
No. She got hurt, so she got
her freshman year.
Yeah, I don't understand your statement there. I don't understand what you meant there because it sounded like
hold on, pause.
He's talking about Flau'jae, basically.
Yeah, I thought all 3 people would be coming out and when I say early, it just means like they are eligible to come out, but they have 1 more year. but I didn't know these people got injured. Like I didn't know Olivia Miles and
Raven
Johnson
got injured.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was saying like I don't think anyone who would be coming out early, like or are eligible, would be coming out. That's where I was.
I think she might Raven because a lot of people don't know. Like Aaliyah Boston could have came back. Carmilla could have came back. For
Angel,
South Carolina.
Kaylin
So
coulda
usually
came back.
Don kind of encourages her players to kind of move forward. You got Malaysia, you have Maddie, so she might want to come out, and that probably changed the draft from how people think of the guards in the draft. Because I really like her.
I wouldn't mind a Raven at 10.
Huh?
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say.
Exactly. I like her. I actually like her with the Sky. She knows Carmilla. She knows Reese. They play well together before.
Would you get Olivia in that Raven?
Can I just say something?
No, I wouldn't do
random?
that. But really quick, just to say this to Miss Dito, Raven and Camilla's best friends too. So
and she know how to pass. She know how to play with bigs.
Yeah, she's best inside pass. But she can't shoot though, which the Sky needs shooting.
Yeah,
she could shoot. Okay. So here's the thing about Raven: she could shoot. She's not a shoot off the dribble guard, but like what she does is she come down, she'll kick it, and then go run to like a corner or something. So if it's swing to her, she shoots that at a decent level, but she doesn't necessarily shoot it. She's more of a pure point guard than a scoring point guard. So she doesn't shoot off the dribble, but she does shoot off ball.
Tyler Marshall work with her if she gets this guy.
If that's the case, yeah, he can develop her. Go ahead, Keisha.
I got one random thing that's really off topic, but I just want to say it.
I just want to say it.
I just want to say it.
Am I the only one didn't know that Sedona Prince is 24 and be 25?
Yeah,
you're the only one. She's been in college like 6 years. She's been in college 6 years.
Yeah, I didn't know her age.
She
wasn't the only one.
Yeah, she old.
That's crazy. What's up, Showtime?
She been injured like 3 times. Yeah, she was injured like 3 times.
Transferred like 4 times.
That's why she's a second round pick. She'd be a first round pick if she was 22.
I think she's gonna be a second round pick because of the off court stuff. Because of all those accusations.
Craziness with that ex girlfriend and shit. Trying to kill her.
Beating her. Yeah, the allegations. The allegedly domestic stuff. Allegedly, yeah. It just came across timeline. Seattle is.
They still got, what's her name?
Hey, go Birds, pro fan talk. Go Birds.
Oh wait, what's her name? Is that Showtime in here?
Yeah, that's what's up, Showtime? What's going on?
What y'all talking about, man? I was just checking in.
Some of these draft picks, you know what I'm saying? Who should pick who? I was about to go on to. Do y'all think that we should get Courtney Vandersloot in free agency now? Now that we're getting Olivia Miles.
What up, show?
What up, hum? Hey, I'm just trying to figure. Like I was saying, though, I'm trying to figure out. Like, all right, so now that that bombshell and drop, does that change our approach with the draft? Because you got Jeff people saying. They look for a 6-1 wing or whatever. Man, Olivia Miles, man, it's kind of hard to pass up on her. I like.
Yeah, he ain't passing up on Olivia.
And you can still.
That's what I was saying, Shaw. I don't think that's why I think he didn't trade the 3rd pick because he knew he felt Olivia was gonna be there. That's why he didn't trade for Jewell.
But you could also still get that 6-1 player at 10.
You gotta keep in mind too, though. The WNBA ain't like the NBA, where they draft will come before free agents. So that in the NBA, this one is free agent before the draft.
Yeah.
So if they go out there, sign Courtney Vandersloot, I don't know if that let me know right there. They're not gonna go after Olivia Miles. They're probably gonna draft Sonya Centron.
Yeah, probably.
In my opinion, they just don't make. Yeah.
There'll be too many point guards on the roster unless they're gonna get rid of.
You gotta understand, they got Rachel Banner. She gonna be back.
Well, she a 2.
Shooting guard.
They got Mariah Jefferson. They got Lindsay Allen.
They still got the other girls on the team.
Dana got a qualifying offer. I don't know what's gonna happen there.
Let Showtime cook.
It's kind of hard. I don't see it, Kay. I don't see it, Key. Because how you gonna develop? You got Courtney Vandersloot in the way. She want full control. She want to run the team. Did you hear what she said?
So
did you hear in one of her quotes? She said she wants to run a team. She want to have control over the offense.
Right now, she said that like this still.
Yeah, I did a video on it. I swear. That's one of the key factors. She wants to run the offense.
That's wild.
If
35, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's not happening.
What'd you
That's
say?
not happening.
Yeah,
That's also that's not 35.
And the Constable brought it. Yeah, she brought up one of her articles too. Like she want to run the offense.
Sloot's not good enough to be making those kind of decisions.
Yeah, like
Right. That's not happening.
Let's not say good enough. Let's not say good enough.
I'm cool
Not
on
at
that.
35. You're not. I mean,
I'm
not
cool
over
on
my third pick. Not over Olivia Miles. You're not gonna. You know. And I tell her in the meeting, like if we get Olivia, you can help develop her. You know what I'm saying? We'll make sure you'll see who closes and everything. We know you still have injuries. You're getting older, but we'll still make sure you have, you know what I'm saying, priority for now. But eventually, Olivia will be taking over the reins. You can just, I mean, it's for 1 year. I mean, it ain't like you signed up to a 3-year contract, though.
We talking about the
I know
third
she's a
pick.
franchise.
We
That's what I'm saying. You let her know that in the meeting. You let her know, like, hey, Olivia is the franchise. You can still, we're gonna make sure you play, but Olivia is the franchise player. She'll be our, you know what I'm saying, starter going forward.
All right, but look,
She'll be the point guard.
Check this out though. Look at the free agent. Look at the free agent market for a wing. There's not a lot out there.
No, there's a lot out there, so
it's dry as hell.
But Sloot's got
there's a lot out there, so
it's a lot out there.
Like who? No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Who?
Sonya Centron.
No, I'm talking about free agency.
Oh, free agent. Oh, okay. I was talking about the draft.
Area Powers is a small forward. Area Powers. They met with DJ Carrington.
She a 2.
She can pay the 2 or the 3.
Like a 2 and a 3 though.
Man, that girl more of a 2. She don't need. Look, man, I don't want her. I don't want her playing the 3. I want her at the 2.
I want us to get Dejanay. That's who I want.
Yeah, I want Dejanay too. Yeah.
And then we could get a wing in the, if it's that, you know what I mean, we could get a wing in the draft as well. So at 10. But I don't pass up on Olivia. I don't understand how you
me neither. I don't want to either, but you know, they have their own look. What we want is totally different what they want, apparently. I don't know what's going on, you know, with that whole Kenny Carter stuff. Nah, I'm beyond. See, y'all ain't ready for me to tell the truth. See, y'all want. I try to keep it on that side of me for the NBA because y'all don't be ready to hear the truth. If I say somebody Kenny Carter, y'all be in y'all little feeling. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyway,
Carter would be good, man, on the sky.
Anyway,
I don't know why she couldn't.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the Kenny Carter thing.
Hey, Key, they got mad at me when I was telling the truth about Kenny Carter. They ain't want to hear it. They said I was turning my back on.
Hey, that's key. Hey, that's
no, that wasn't us Showtime. I feel it.
Hey, look, hey, show. Hey,
who's getting mad? Who's getting mad?
Hey, Key, it's a reason why I say the stuff I'm saying.
Look, so I'm with you,
show. Who was it?
They get mad. I had some women getting at me for over the Kenny Carter situation.
Who was it?
Huh?
Who was it?
It wasn't me.
Oh, it's a couple of them.
Like on his channel, he did a video and people was like, coming
they were getting, but they got upset.
It wasn't me, bro.
Okay. Lord have mercy. Y'all not see.
I'm with show on that one.
Did y'all not see the stuff that I see? I got all the receipts. I collect.
Me too. I report a show. I brought report.
Hey, I saw your receipt, show.
To Casey.
Hey, I call it spade.
I mean, before it was even out, I told him about the footage that was taken while she was spazzing. I brought that to the panel.
That's a fact. He did say that. That's a fact.
Other people, they spazzed out on me. Oh, don't. I'm like, look, it's footage. It's on camera when she went crackerjack.
Man, look
several different times.
Hey, you notice every time Reese on the list, I'm you talking out the side of your mouth. So I'm just leaving like that.
Because she didn't say nothing. Reese ain't say nothing.
There's more to that than what y'all think, bro. I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. Once you show me who you are the first time, I'm supposed to believe it. I try to give you a pass. You showed me 3 times. That's who you are. So I'm gonna take that evidence. And I'm gonna come to a conclusion. That's just what you about. You mad? You mad at Reese getting certain attention that you want. They just keep it real. And I ain't got nothing against you. I still like respect as a basketball player, but Angel Reese can't. Like I said, she put her whole, brand on the line for you though.
Yeah,
that's a
When
fact.
that whole situation
that's a
happened,
fact.
She
That's
stood
a
up
fact.
for you.
So you
Stood up
she
for
jealous
her.
of her? She was jealous of her?
See, I ain't finna say nothing sideways about Key because I
From
like Key. I ain't finna give
right.
you any
He making
kind
a
of.
point. He making a point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even. I'm not even gonna put nothing out there to make you think I'm talking about you.
Yeah,
Got
So
you.
for you even respond to the ops in your comment
yeah.
section
That's what I
saying
was saying.
that oh, you ate on that one. Oh, what you
Yeah.
mean you ate on that one?
Mm-hmm.
She know
Then
what
you
she doing. She not
pay
stupid.
attention to when they talk that CD folks them folks in that Twitter space.
Yeah,
They were just so happy to
I
talk to
was
Kenny
there.
Carter. They ain't peeped apart when somebody said something about Ken and Barbie. She got quiet about that.
Yep, real quiet.
And she started
I
talking
was
about
there.
herself. See, y'all ain't peep. Y'all ain't want a lot of stuff. I'm just keeping real with you, bro.
Oh
And
yeah.
then
That time.
she had before she even met Angel, she had a tweet that she deleted talking about Angel
Yeah,
and
shoot.
stuff like that. So
See,
she been hating on Angel.
See, now you notice something. Now pay attention. Pay attention. You heard Angel Reese say anything?
It's a fact.
She
No,
didn't say nothing.
I made that
That's a
point a
fact.
couple of weeks ago. I say,
Did you hear? When the last time y'all heard
all
Angel
I
Reese
said
speak
was
on
this
Kenny?
show.
When the last
All I
time? Pay attention. When the last
mm.
time you heard Angel Reese speak on Kenny Carter?
A long time ago, homie.
And
Been a
that's what
minute.
she do when things go awry
Do she
because
follow Kenny Carter?
No,
That I don't know.
no,
I don't get it all.
I don't know.
She
I
never
don't get
I
it
followed
all.
just
her though. She never followed
she
her.
never followed her.
Yeah, see, I don't even get into all that. I don't even care. I ain't.
Man, look, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I do like about it because I'm with her on this. When I mess with you all
I'm
the way.
10 toes down with you, baby. That's the
Ain't no, we
Bama
don't
way,
play the
baby.
50. I don't believe playing the 50.
It's
I'm
it's the
riding with
Bama
you. I'm
way.
not
It's the
riding with
Bama
you.
way.
And I'm gonna let
yeah,
you know I'm not riding with you too. There ain't gonna be no behind the
Ain't
closed doors. I don't like this person.
no
And I'm still
throwing
kicking
no
it.
rocks. Yeah,
I'm gonna let you
yeah.
know I don't like you.
That's a
So I'm
fact,
just
though.
saying, when you got that kind of stuff going on, Key.
How Kennedy Carter not
Hey
get
Key. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like red hats. I like blue hats.
Mm.
But I ain't dissing you though, Key. I'm just saying.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
just speaking about
He
myself.
trying to
What
show
does that
Keith
mean?
his
Red hats,
side
blue hats.
remote. I'm
how
just
we
saying.
get sidetracked? Let's get back
I
to
don't
the
like. I don't
I was
like.
gonna make a joke, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey
About
Key,
the red hat.
I don't like nobody to smile and
Oh, the
got a nose ring
politics.
and got red hats. But I ain't talking about
I
you though.
got you. I
I'm just
got
talking about myself.
you. Uh,
I
how
get
leave
we
her
you.
alone.
I get you. She
how
won't
we
be back. So with her not being back, you feel me? Do you think maybe we try to get a two then? Because now we don't have a freaking two. Now that Kennedy Carter is gone, we need to figure
Zaya
that part out
James.
as well. What you think about that?
Yeah, we need to get a shooting guard. I like Ariel Powers. I think a player like her.
She tough.
Um, there was somebody else I spoke on. Man, who was it? It was somebody else. This is somebody in free agents.
Okay.
I
God
missed the
damn.
game today. I gotta check it out, Nubian.
It was somebody else. It was somebody else. I looking at that class though, Key. It's not a lot of ain't no killers out here in the free agent like that. At the point guard, shooting guard.
Yeah.
Not really. Or the wing. It's
Nah,
not a
you right.
lot
You
of
right
them.
about that.
I mean,
It's really.
Dejanay, she's killing it
You
on
got
D.
Kia
But here's the
Nurse.
problem with Dejanay. Here's the problem though. Restricted free agent.
Yeah.
I
Restricted.
mean, we just gotta offer more than Connecticut.
Okay, they can match.
Yeah, but they probably not gonna do that. They
You
just
don't think so?
Nah, I don't. I personally, a lot of people do think so. A lot of people think they're not gonna let Dejanay go. They're gonna build around Dejanay and Marina or something like that. I personally think that shit about to blow up for the most part. They just didn't want to let AT go for nothing. That's the only thing when it come to AT. That's why they quarter. But if it was up to them, I think they blowing that team up. So I personally think that if you offer enough, they may not match it when it comes to 9. And we need her. We would just need her at the 3, and Michaela would come off the bench for her. That's my thought process. And then you get Olivia Miles at the 1, and then get somebody who could play, you know what I'm saying, the 2 and the one possibly a Sellers, maybe a Sanaya Rivers.
Stop playing Sellers, please.
You know what? Okay. We need a scorer now, though, Brooklyn. We don't have
Isaiah James.
Okay, Isaiah James.
She the best
Look, you
scorer.
can say whoever you want to say, Key.
What
You ain't got
Chicago
to
need to
be
do is
railroaded into saying somebody you don't want to say.
what Chicago need to
All
do
in the pot. It's Sellers, it's Sanaya, it's Isaiah James. They all could go. You can't. To me, you can't choose wrong with that 10th pick for real. Unless
you need to get
just
some
agree
defenders.
choose wrong.
You got to get you some defenders though on the perimeter. You got to get you some defenders in the backcourt.
That's absolutely.
So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. I want a defender at that 2 guard spot. She ain't got to necessarily be a light side shooter, but somebody that could defend the other team best player and have somebody like Ariel Powers coming out the bench, bring the energy.
So do you take Sonia Citron at 3? She's a lockdown defender.
Sanaya Rivers.
He said, Chris said, do we take the Sonia Citron at 3? While I understand what you're saying, I don't think you take her over Olivia Miles.
Oh, no. I just think Olivia will be gone.
But here's the thing, though.
You don't want Olivia, you get her.
We can't win with a bunch of young players, though. We don't need a rock. Like these young players we talking about, Sonia Citron, all that, they good. They young players, though. We need some kind of veteran.
Yeah,
I said that a couple of weeks
those
ago.
young players into that 2026, CBA, and then you bring in the vets after. And then you bring in the vets.
I don't think you get the vets too early.
So Key, you committed with us just going completely young this year?
What can we do at this point, right? Like it was like, oh, Jewell Loyd maybe, right? And it's like, well, they're not gonna take pennies for her, and they didn't, so they moved on, right? What can we do at this point? All we have is 3 and 10. You know what I'm saying? We could maybe get a 9 in the draft, maybe
make some trades.
But trade what? What are we trading?
They got picks. They got next year picks.
Oh, you mean trading?
Yes. You don't want listen, how many draft picks do you need? You got Angel Reese, you got Camila Cardoso. You got this number 3 pick right here. Whatever you gonna do with it. Yeah. Then next year, you got a free agent class coming up. You're going to have a practice facility. This year, you need to be using this year to build a culture.
Right.
So these free agents that you're looking, that you're close to winning, you just missing a couple pieces. You got to show them.
That's how I think you do that with the 3 and 10 pick. And yeah, you might look a little young. You might look a little young.
I mean, say you could get Sonia Citron at 3 and Cheyenne Sellers at 10, and then you got 4 picks going into the CBA that are under contract that are going to be way underpaid.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Y'all ain't gonna like it. This is what I think gonna happen. Okay. If you see Courtney Vandersloot get signed in Chicago, they taking Sonia Citron, whether Olivia Miles there or not.
I'd rather have Cheyenne Sellers than Vandersloot. I think Sloot's washed.
Yeah, I don't.
I wouldn't
if they
take either one of
sign Vandersloot, then I don't know about that.
Well, I say this. Can I say something?
Why would I tell you? I bet anybody. If you see Courtney Vandersloot sign with Chicago, they drafted Sonia Citron. Watch.
I believe that.
But that makes sense. I could see that happening.
Go ahead, bro.
That's not.
Can I say something? Showtime. Now you know I rock with you 1,000%. And you my Bama brother. But what do you think about him saying Jeff P? He the one, Jeff Pagliosha, he the one that said he wants 6-footers. He also said he's looking in the free agency for big wings. So why are we? So my whole thing is, your brother, I'm looking at Courtney Vandersloot is being talked to, who's a 5'6" guard, point guard, absolutely super fast. She got good court vision. I don't forget what she's done. And no look, she's a small, great passer. Not just a good one. She's a small, great passer, 2-time champion. I'm not taking her away from her. But what I'm saying here, baby brother, is why are we talking about the parameters of what Jeff P said he wanted, and we're not even discussing that in total. In total, we are doing some, but in total, can you answer me that? This is good for keto. This is actually good.
What you mean? Because I mean, look, I'm just,
go ahead.
Me personally, see, I'm going out. Look, bro, we can only go out with. I'm just looking at what they want. I'm taking Olivia Miles number 3. I'm not thinking about it.
Okay.
Because I'm starting with the young guard. This gonna be a young guard league.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
You got the CCs out there. You got Paige Beckers. We need some young guards that's gonna put pressure on both ends. By the way, that's because one thing I do notice, these other young guards, veteran guards that played against Chicago last year, they feel comfortable just playing offense, knowing they ain't got to play no real defense because them girls can't shoot and they can't pass the ball and that a threat offensively. Period. So we need somebody that's gonna be a threat on both ends. That's Olivia Miles. I'm taking her. Chicago, they keep saying they want 6'1" players. If you go back and look, go back and read. Go back and read.
I don't think they mean all around. I think they just
he said guards in total, baby niece. Damn.
That's what he said.
He said guards in total.
But I'm with Keto because you gotta realize it's terminology, right? Angel Reese is 6'3", correct?
Man, y'all ain't paying attention.
No, hold on. Let me land my plane, show. Angel Reese is 6'3", correct? Angel Reese is 6'3". We all know that. She calls herself what? A big guard. You get what I'm saying? So when we hear the word guard, our minds go to point guard. We don't think 1, 2, and 3 are guards, but it's all about the terminology you're using. You could call somebody that plays a small forward with guard skills. You could call them a guard. You could call them. We call them a small forward, but you could also call them a big guard.
Why are you looking at Corner Vandersloot? Why are you interviewing her then?
Listen,
why are you saying no meeting?
Listen, I think they doing that because they probably gonna cover all their bases. You don't never know what's gonna happen. So you gotta talk to a Courtney Vandersloot. You gotta talk to a DJ. You gotta do your due diligence. But that don't mean that if Olivia Mouse, what you just said, show, if it's available, you don't pass up on that. But you still, one of our big issues last year was the people who was playing a small forward position, the big guard position was 5'10" and 5'11". That's small, right? They going up again. But remember, Michaela didn't get minutes till after the Olympic break. I'm talking about the whole season, right? Michaela got minutes at the end of the season.
That's because they traded, maybe.
Right, but that's my point. So for the most of the season, we had 5'11" and 5'10" and Rachel Banham because she also played minutes for Michaela when Michaela was out. So they want to get bigger at those, and I'm with them, right? You going up against 6'2" people, 6'1", 6 feet people that's playing that small forward. We're undersized, so we do got to get these bigger wings.
All right. So with that being said, what you gonna say if news come out she signed Chicago? Then what you gonna say?
Who you talking about? Was Vandersloot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna support it. Listen, like I tell everybody,
no, pay attention. What you think they're gonna do? That's what I'm saying. What you think they're gonna do?
No, I think I agree with you. I think what you said is correct. I think what you said earlier is correct. I think if they sign a Vandersloot, they probably gonna sign a Sonya. That's probably their thought process. What I'm saying is I don't agree with that. I'm gonna support it though because I'm a Sky fan. Up until I'm not, because it's if you keep making bad decisions, it's gonna be expiration date for me. I'm gonna just be honest.
And hold on real quick. Gladiator Channel said he also said if the talent is there, he's not passing on the talent.
Yeah, I mention that part all the time.
Yeah. So I mean, I hear you though. Showtime. I hear you. And Jeff do some goofy stuff. So look, it's very much possible that they may sign Courtney Vandersloot, passed up on Olivia Miles, and sign Sonya Citron. It's possible. And Sonya Citron's a great player, so it's not like the end of the world. However, that will have me looking kind of sideways if you pass up. Now, if Olivia Miles is gone, that's one thing. But to pass up on Olivia Miles, I personally think would be I don't think it will be a good thing at all for the Sky, personally.
Hey, I'm gonna say this because right, Christopher, they already got Lindsay Allen. See, that's what you got to pay attention to. You got to pay attention to that too. Look at the depth already. The only guy you really only have one spot for one point guard.
And maybe Dana.
That's what I'm telling y'all. I personally believe Chicago need to make a trade, not just look.
To get rid of
Not
Dana, dude.
they don't need to just build through free agency in the draft. They need to make a trade.
But they could go ahead, Chris. Say what you was just saying. Say it.
I was gonna say they need to get rid of Dana. I mean, you got Lindsey Allen, and you got you got Liv or Sloot coming in. You know, they're gonna be set at the guard spot.
But they could cut these people during training camp, can't they?
No, Dana Evans a restricted free agent. Which they have her bird rights. She can go somewhere and sign, and they can match. I don't know why they did that though, because they could have easily just.
Yeah, they could have become an unrestricted free agent.
Nobody wanted her.
Exactly.
They gave her a qualifying offer to keep her bird rights. Why?
Yeah.
See, I see both sides, because why do you keep all these guards on the roster? And you're gonna add Olivia Miles in the middle of
that's
all
what I'm
this?
trying to tell y'all.
I see where show is coming from.
That's why
I just don't understand what the Chicago Sky is doing.
Right. I'm not going off what I want and what we want. We want something totally different. What they want. They said, look, if it was up to us, y'all, Rachel Banner will be gone, Mariah Jefferson will be gone. Dana Evans would never got that qualifying offer.
Absolutely.
She would have walked for free. Why did they give her a qualifying offer though? For what? Why would they do that?
Because she don't got no trade value. She had trade value to make sense. But...
Go ahead, B. Will.
I have a question. And it comes down to what you were saying earlier, Key. You just said they can all these people in training camp. So my question is, because they do have we can't walk away from the fact that Rachel Banham, Lindsey Allen, Mariah Jefferson are all under contract. So my question is, twofold. One, at what point can the Chicago Sky cut people? And two, along the same lines, how many people can they come into training camp with? So some people get training camp contracts, whatever. How many people can they bring into training camp before they start cutting? I mean, they can cut people during training camp. How many people can they actually bring in?
What is the roster spot? And it's like 13. I don't know for a fact.
It's 18, I believe.
If you want a guaranteed contract, they're not just gonna cut you.
It's 13.
It don't work. It don't work like that.
Yeah, I was about to mention that show right now.
What happened? What old girl that Angel Reese's friend? She friends with. What's her name?
Kaiser.
She wasn't on a guaranteed contract. That's why they can cut her like that.
That's what I was about to say. So right now, only Elizabeth Williams, who I don't think they're gonna cut because they signed her, and Lindsey Allen is on unprotected contract. So maybe Lindsey Allen they just gonna decide.
17.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna say this one thing. Our WNBA team can have up to 18 players in training camp. Y'all keep cooking while I do some more research.
Oh, 18 in training camp. But what about when you get to the
only
season?
12 people? 12 people on the roster.
Yeah, when you get to the season, they got to start cutting people.
It's 12 it's 12 suited in one. It's 12 suited in one.
So it's 13
playing clothes.
So it's 13. So like I thought,
they got to cut it down.
Lindsey Allen's contract is unprotected as well.
That's what I said. Lindsey Allen and Elizabeth Williams.
What you mean unprotected? You mean unrestricted?
No, unprotected.
So I think that she could get cut if they wanted to cut her.
I'd rather have Lindsey Allen.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. That don't make sense.
I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying it's unprotected.
Let me look up something real quick.
Okay.
Real quick.
So the other people that's unprotected is Camilla and Angel, and I don't think they're going nowhere.
Can I say this one thing, guys? No, you cannot cut a player on a restricted qualifying offer in the WNBA. Once the team extends a restricted qualifying offer, they cannot simply release the player, as it is essentially makes them a restricted free agent.
I already told her. We already know that. That's why.
So Dana Evans is coming back, y'all.
Okay.
No, she is not. No,
that's why.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why it didn't make sense. That's why I'm telling y'all it didn't make sense to give her the qualifying offer Because if you don't get a qualified offer like you did with Kendall
You
Carter,
become an
she
unrestricted
walks
free
for
agent.
free.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
talking
they
about
want to.
okay.
See, they want to keep. Do you know why they did it for Michaela? They like Michaela,
Yeah.
so that's a good chance she's gonna be back. Now I'm
Yeah.
looking at this the roster, y'all. I'm looking at this roster.
Mhm.
Lindsay Allen, she's a free agent. She's an unrestricted free agent.
Mhm.
No, Lindsay Allen's under contract, bro.
Lindsay Allen is under
Most,
contract.
oh well, that's not what I'm looking at.
Yeah, 2025.
But it's an unprotected contract, apparently.
Hold on, let me
Man,
see
first
something.
of all, the
This might not be
WNBA,
updated. Hold on, I don't think that's updated.
the
But
WNBA
I'll
got
send you what I'm looking at, sure.
or you
I
can
don't think
send
that's.
it. I can pull it up for you if you want, Brooklyn. But
I don't know if that's updated.
the WNBA got too much like nooks and crannies. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, if she got a contract through next year, then do they have to? Because y'all said with the Sparks that they could. I swear with a couple people, y'all was like, if it's unprotected,
Protected.
they could cut them or something like
Yeah,
that.
you see
right?
it now, right, Show?
Yeah, so basically unprotected means whenever you're on contract, but they can cut you before the trade deadline. And if they do that, they don't have to pay you out of your contract. But if you're protected, that means if they cut you, they have to pay you the
I
full
said that on
amount.
X, Show.
Okay, got it. Man, I'm not saying they should cut Lindsay Allen. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think Lindsay Allen be a good backup for Olivia Miles.
Olivia Miles, correct. I think what
And
you
she
said,
from Notre
Joe,
Dame, and she's a
Exactly.
Notre Dame guard.
Exactly. So
Right.
All right, there we go. This is what I wanted to see. There we go. This is exactly what I need to see right here. All right, so now I know. Lindsay Allen under contract. Rachel Banner under contract. Mariah Jefferson under contract. I'm telling y'all right now, Dana Evans, a restricted free agent. If y'all see, y'all, I'm telling you, if you see Courtney Vandersloot, when are they gonna announce the what is this? February 2nd?
February 1st this time.
February 1st come. And y'all see Courtney Vandersloot is a Chicago Sky. You can kiss that Olivia Miles dream goodbye.
I mean, we're gonna see Showtime. We're gonna see.
Look, I'm preparing for the worst. See this thing with me.
That's
I'm not
right.
getting my
Now,
hopes up.
man,
I'm not finna make
I'm
wish
with you.
sandwiches. I'm not
I
getting
told
my
you.
hopes up, and I'm not making wish sandwiches. I'm
Hey, no,
preparing
there's
for
a
them to
whole
do something
weird
dumb.
sandwich with this dude.
I'm preparing just like tomorrow. I'm preparing for Angel Reese only play 5 minutes, so I won't get upset. I'm preparing.
That's funny.
I'm done getting my hopes up.
That's
I'm
funny.
preparing for the worst.
Angel ain't that good and unrivaled.
I'm just saying, my fandom is on the line, so I hope they keep me because I want to be here. I'm happy here for now. But
Wait, what'd you say, Chris?
I was saying Angel's just not that. She ain't that girl in Unrivaled. She is legit in the W. She gonna be a Hall of Famer. She gonna be a top 5 player in the league in 3 or 4 years. But her game, just like Aaliyah Boston's game, it ain't suited for Unrivaled.
I don't think no. That's
Yeah, one bad game though.
That's propaganda. That's because she has a bad coach. If she had a
She
good
had one
coach,
bad game. Why don't we? I got a question, y'all. I got a question. Maybe I need to go get a new TV or something. I watched the first 2 games. She was cooking. Was she not cooking? Am I tripping, y'all?
No, she was
She
cooking,
was
but
cooking.
She did okay.
She did okay.
She did okay, Chris. She did okay.
Chris, how did Kate Martin do?
She did okay. She did better in this most recent game. This was her best game, but those other 2 games she didn't do very good.
You know these people do. I know what y'all do. You know what y'all do? Y'all look at Nafisa College dropping 40. Y'all say,
College is that girl, dog. She is that girl.
That's what they do.
Exactly what he said.
They looking at what they looking at what veterans, future Hall of Famers, already proven commodity players doing. They say, why ain't Reese not doing that? But they then you know they do. They overlook Aaliyah Edwards, who was dropped in front of her, missing layups, shooting bricks, don't play defense possession here and now. They overlook Leah Boston.
Hey, sure.
not even Aaliyah Edwards. Some of the MVPs.
Boston like she out of shape. They go straight to Reese.
Hey, show some of the MVPs was out there missing layups too.
Exactly. They go straight to Reese.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I called the game show, and there was a lot of smoke layups. Me and Kia tell you,
a lot
smoke
of
layups.
We all
smoke
see
layups.
They only call it out with Angel.
Hey, Showtime. Let me say this as an Angel fan, and I think Chris is an Angel Reese fan as well. I'm
I
gonna say
am,
this
yes, sir.
as an Angel Reese fan. I'm not talking when I say Angel Reese has been just okay in Arrival. It has nothing to do with any missed layups that she has
Yes,
made.
sir. Preach.
Has nothing to do with any missed layups. I'm watching Angel Reese and in Arrival, and I'm expecting Angel Reese to just be Angel Reese. And what I'm seeing, for me, my biggest disappointment in Angel is how she's playing defense. It's not what happened to her, it's how she's playing defense. This is, for me, watching Angel Reese play defense the way she is a new thing.
From one game, though.
No, it's
Well, you
not.
gotta understand
It's
something.
not
You
just
gotta
one game.
understand something.
It's not just one game. It's
Let me
not.
respond.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just
If
one
you
game.
don't mind.
And it's not. And again, it's
Hey, be well. Hey, be well. Let Showtime cook.
Let me respond. First of all, here's the problem. What I keep pointing out. You notice when when Angel Reese was on the court, Brian Stewart kept asking for the switch. That's what she was having trouble with the switch because she's trying to help her teammates out. In a
I
3
don't care
versus
about
3,
what Beyonce
they need
was doing. I'm talking about how
Hold on, bro. Let me finish. I'm gonna finish, bro. Because maybe me and you looking at two totally different things. You're not looking at the whole play. Instead of you looking at Angel Reese getting beat on them pick and rolls, why you not talking about Chelsea Gray and Clea Copper handling her matchup? They not handling their matchup. They not fighting over screens. They not helping her out.
Right, they too slow.
And you notice when she go out the court, you know what she do? Brianna Stewart going at Stevenson one-on-one. I'm lying. Go back and look at the tape. She was going at her one-on-one. Reese was on her. She went at Reese 2 times, scored 1 time, and she missed on the other one. The rest of them, she was pick and roll. They were killing with that pick and roll, all because Chelsea Gray, Clea Copper was lazy on the help. If Angel Reese helped them, they got to help her. You don't know how basketball go?
And then I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna just throw this one caveat in there just to piggyback over Show saying. I'm gonna still say it. They still calling phantom calls on Reese. So that bad game she played, I don't even think she played the bad game. I think they keep calling these bad calls on her and she got to go to the bench. It'd be like stuff they shouldn't even the one where Jewell Loyd fell. That wasn't a foul on Angel, but they called the foul on Angel. It's like, come on, dog. So it's like when you going through that, you're gonna you're not gonna get in a rhythm.
She's not allowed to play through mistakes. Look, I can tell Reese finna have an off game. I knew Dan shooting. I'm looking at body language. That lay. This is my personal opinion. You ain't got to go home with it. Look, I believe that Angel Reese is in her head off of what's going on the first 2 games. She like, if you look at her, she came out with confidence on first 2 games.
That's a fact.
She had extra pep in her step, and she coming out cooking, and you pull out the game. So now she feel like no matter what I do, I'm gonna get pulled out. And she too much in her head. She feel like, man, I can't make no mistakes. She gonna pull me out. I'm looking at all these other rookies. They shooting 3 out of 10, 3 out of 12. They coach is letting them play. She ain't letting Angel Reese play through her mistakes.
And Angel doesn't get easy looks. I'm sorry. When Angel's on the court, and this is no shade, but all the shade in the world, like the guards just want to be chucking up dumb shots. They don't run plays when Angel's on the court. They take her screen and then shoot up a shot. If Angel eats, it's because sometimes they give her on the pick and roll. Other times she's taking it off of the backboard. Like they're not running plays for Angel to score the same way they're running plays for Azare to score. And that has everything to do with Nola. That has to do with the coach.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Can we at least just pump the brakes just a little bit and just understand that Angel Reese is a rookie that has never had a first year in WNBA and probably has never played 3-on-3. And she's dealing with a new coach who is just as new as her. I mean,
only getting played like 7 minutes a game, I think.
Yeah, it's not enough time to learn it. Time. What I would say is, it's hard for a rookie to be with a rookie coach. I just think what I see out there, I don't see lack of skill. What I see is confusion. It almost because even I've said this before, Angel and Kai be looking confused to me at different moments throughout the game. That's what I see.
Hey, look, check this out. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Who drew up that last play?
I saw that.
Kelsey
Not
Plum.
only who drew it up. They took
Who
it.
drew up the last play,
No.
Keith?
They took the clipboard from her. She drew up. The coach drew up the last play. They said, "Nah, we not running that."
Say that again. I
She
ain't hear
said
you.
she ain't run. She said she ain't running that.
Right.
Oh,
They took the clipboard from her. Like, this is what we gonna do.
There you go. Bingo.
So let me say this.
I think she's
So let me
doing.
say
I
this.
think that coach is doing too much because 3-on-3. Just let them go out there and play all that what she drawing up.
She's
They
running
not killing it.
She's not run. She's running that Los Angeles Sparks style, y'all.
Yeah,
That
that's not
style
gonna
don't
work.
fit the personnel she has on this team, other than Stevens.
She's depending on Stevens because Stevens gonna listen to him.
Look at what they running for Reese. Reese don't play like that, bro.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Let me say this. Because
that's not Angel Reese style.
I just gotta call it a buck. Because I've been in enough in the chats and on panels enough in these last 2 weeks of unrivaled games.
Who is that talking?
For everybody to
know.
Oh yeah, you've been on a lot of panels.
That's B. That's B won't.
Yeah,
That's B
everything.
Yeah, you've been on a lot of panels. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and
a lot of different panels. Go ahead.
I have, and I enjoy them all. And I always give respect to the panel. I mean, to the host. But here's what I'm gonna say.
Well, you boys say that.
Because what I didn't, y'all are responding to stuff that I didn't say. Because y'all keep talking about, what plays they running for Angel Reese. I said that yesterday. I was one of the first people to say to bring up how they're running offense differently when Angel Reese is on the court. I said that. I understand
on my channel. You did.
I understand that, and I'm pissed about it. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about how much time Angel Reese got in the second game. But I was also there with Key and Lakeisha on the first game, and K-Sap was in the chat. On the first game, I remember in the first quarter, it wasn't even maybe 3 minutes of time had gone off the clock. And everybody, I think K-Sap brought it up and said how tired Angel Reese looked. And everybody agreed, yeah, she looking tired. Everybody looking tired.
You talking about the first game, right?
The first game, yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's crazy that she should be taken out after 4 minutes have gone by in the first quarter of the second game. So I'm bringing all this up to say is that unfortunately, I think a lot of y'all look at things through Angel Reese colored glasses, and y'all are always 100% about it. And me and Chris just being 100% about it. And what I said was, I don't care about smoke layups from Angel Reese. I don't give a shit about that.
That ain't her strength. We don't give a shit.
That ain't her. I want her to get better at it, but there's some things she needs to do mechanically to do that.
So what you telling me is this.
And she
has. What you telling? So what you basically saying is.
Hold on, real quick, Showtime. Just let him land his plane real quick, and then you can respond. Go ahead, B. Will.
Yeah, sure. Because I'm done in a second. What I said was, for me, the reason I make my assessment is that Angel Reese has just been okay because she was cooking in that second game and they took her out. But maybe she was tired. I was okay with that in the first time they took her out in the second half. The fact after in the first quarter. After that, yeah, I was with everybody else. Why the heck is Angel Reese not on the floor? But my standpoint and what I started this whole thing out by saying is that for me to disappoint, it's not even disappointment. I'm saying that Angel Reese is just playing okay and unrivaled because she's not doing the things that I expect Angel Reese to do. And one of the things I expect Angel Reese to do is play defense smart. And that's one of the things that I'm not seeing. Is I said it's how she's playing defense.
Angel
Right.
Reese, a Hall of Fame defender and rebounder, and she ain't doing that in unrivaled. Hall of Fame defensive and rebounder, but she ain't doing that in unrivaled.
It's how she's playing. I think she's doing things that are not smart. And I get what you're saying,
So let me ask you a question.
I get you were saying that the
I
other.
just got one question. I'm done.
I get what you're
saying. Can I respond what you just said?
I'm almost done, and then I'm gonna shut up for real.
You had 10 minutes.
2 seconds is all I need. I understand that the other players are involved in the defense. I'm saying that Angel Reese is not being smart in how she reacts to that, and I'm not used to that from Angel. And I'm done.
Okay, you said I'm looking at things through an Angel Reese lens. What do you mean by that? Because what do you mean by that first? But we can get to that. What do you mean by that?
I think a lot of people are so used to defending Angel Reese that sometimes we start defending Angel Reese before there's a reason to defend, or we defending her on things that she don't need defense against. Sometimes it's just that, you know what? No, she made a bad decision. She's been making bad decisions because she is just a rookie. She is just a rookie.
Dude, everybody in here got Angel's back. You can't be real about her faults. Everybody got her back.
Chris, y'all got a terrible take.
But y'all be acting like she's a 4-year vet, like she's a rookie, and she's one of the only people in Unrivaled who have never played 3-on-3.
I'm not saying that. That's my whole point. I'm giving her that grace. I'm not expecting her to be Fee. I'm not expecting her to be Asia. I'm expecting her to be Angel.
Let me ask one quick question, Jewell.
But Angel can't be that Angel because she has never played 3-on-3. Like, you're expecting her. She can play 5-on-5 dominantly in defense because she's been playing 5-on-5 since middle school. This is her first season ever playing 3-on-3. On top of that, she playing with old heads who don't want to play defense. So it's not going to translate to one.
Hey, man. Y'all. Well, it'd be fun.
Go ahead, Showtime.
Let me say, wait, before
Showtime. I feel where you're coming from.
Before Showtime go, because I want Showtime to respond on. I just want to ask B Will one quick question. Everything you saying, B Will, do you feel like Angel Reese is playing? She's playing out of everybody that's playing in Unrivaled. You feel like she's playing like a notch below everybody else? Like she's playing that terrible with all of the critiques you just gave about her? Just a question.
I think that's a little far below everybody.
Because, okay, you just answered the question, Chris. B Will didn't answer it. You just answered the question. You said that's a little far. You said, but we sitting here, you saying that we got Angel Reese glasses on, right? We sitting here looking through Angel Reese lens. But Angel, I hear background noise. I don't know who that is. But Angel Reese is not getting minutes, right? She's getting pulled off the floor. And then also, on top of that, she's getting foul calls. That's what pulling her off the floor, right? And that's all we saying. Nobody is sitting here saying like, oh, Angel Reese should get all this and all that over anybody else. No, all we saying is Angel Reese. Yes, okay. So the defense. I'm gonna just say one thing that I do that I've noticed she does, and it makes sense because this is 3-on-3, right? It's not 5-on-5. Angel Reese, what she does sometimes that I don't like is when it is a switch or something, she goes to the board to get the rebound instead of sometimes going out to the 3-point line. She does that in 5-on-5 too. That's usually covered up because usually is another player out there to go to the player, right? And that's just a lack of communication because again, she's out there with older players, slower players. You got Chelsea Gray, you got, players that's also going to the board that maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should be the ones if they communicate going out to the 3-point line. So there's a couple times I see her do that. That's it. I don't see her making a lot of the mistakes and everything that you're saying. And I don't think she's playing that bad where she deserved all of these critiques where you're saying her defense is super. I don't necessarily see that. What I see is when she's on the floor, what I see is she get those phantom foul calls. She can't play her game. Angel Reese is a physical player. She can't play her game. But then when I see other players Even on the same team on the roads, when they get physical, they don't blow the whistle like that. I do not understand it. But Angel Reese has this thing when refs look at her, they just gonna blow the whistle if she touch anybody, right? So I see that, and I kind of agree. I think when you start to go through that, now you start to get confused and you start to second guess yourself a little bit because you don't know. When either you're gonna get pulled or they're gonna blow the whistle on you. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't no Angel Reese glasses or none of that. That's just what I see.
So
Okay.
to answer, so to
Oh,
answer,
go ahead, B. Will.
I just want to answer Brooklyn's question. And no, Brooklyn, I didn't, and I never said that Angel Reese is playing worse than anybody. I didn't say that. I'm not suggesting that. I said, and me and Chris agree, Angel Reese has just been okay and unrivaled. That's all I said. And y'all are putting words into my
The
mouth.
reason why I asked that question, though, B. Well, if she's just playing okay, but she's playing on the same level as everybody else, why is her critique? Why are you critiquing her differently than everybody else, right? Because
we
you
hold
just
her
said
to a higher standard than other people.
That's my
because
point
she's
right there.
that
That's
good.
my point right there. It's not an even playing field for Reese for you guys.
Well, it ain't the same for Asia Wilson or Kaylin Clark or Queen Fee either. If you're that great, you are held to a higher standard.
Right. You got it.
No, it's different.
I'm
because she's a
not
rookie.
comparing her to anybody. I did not compare her to anybody except for Angel. I only compared Angel to Angel. That's it.
I think Angel is playing fine, personally.
I think she's playing more than fine.
I said she's okay.
Look, all right,
So
all right.
fine, okay. That's all I said. She's just playing okay.
That's not what I meant, B. Well. You being funny.
No, I'm not.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying I think you got it.
Hey. So I mean, everybody has different opinions. And we all know how this goes. Some people gonna agree, some people gonna disagree. He thinks she's playing okay. I guess Chris thinks the same thing. You feel me? Chris explains why he feels that way. B will explain that. Hey, I guess B will feels like because we love Angel so much, we jump to defend her or something like that. I guess.
I do.
I mean,
do. I'm 10 toes down on it. I'm
He
10
Y'all
toes
drop
basically-
down
he
so
basically
Zoe can come
saying-
on.
He basically saying I ain't intelligent enough to talk basketball. I'm just speaking from a fan perspective. So
I got it.
I'm gonna keep that in mind now. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
I got it.
Keep that in mind what he said.
I got it.
I mean, Showtime. Like me and you have been on a panel. We've talked about Angel Reese.
I got it.
Know how we.
I got it.
her.
Show.
I mean.
Hey, Kate, you gotta let people when they say something first time, believe. You say you're not intelligent enough to speak for yourself. You speaking from an Angel Reese fan perspective. So keep that in mind. Gotcha.
Well, they definitely ain't talk about me because I keep it a buck. I mean, I told you what I saw, and to be honest with you, the whole team is not the whole team. I'm talking about the Rose, y'all. The whole team is not where they should be. I mean, I'm seeing things from Kalia Copper. I was expecting one thing. I'm getting something else.
Exactly. I don't like the
That's my
combination
point.
of this team.
You know what I mean?
That's the coaching thing, though, right? That's the coaching
right.
thing,
The coach,
right?
she don't know what she's doing. Yeah.
And I know Kai's a bucket, and she's still scoring. Don't get me wrong, but I'm seeing stuff from Kai that I thought I was going on the defensive end. I thought it was going to be better. Chelsea Gray, I kind of expected her defense to be a little
right. She's too
so
slow.
that's not surprising me. Chelsea Gray is being Chelsea. The only person on that team that's actually being who they are in the regular season is Chelsea Gray. That's the only person. Everybody else is just getting it in how they fit in. None of them really been all-star caliber. Hence why they 1-3.
And to me, to y'all point about the coach, I don't think Angel is getting a fair chance for right now, right? Like, I don't think we seen the best of Angel.
Not at all. She ain't getting a fair shake.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely think there's a coaching issue, but I'm not going
coaching and a ref. Like I said, I'm not, and this is not Angel Reese glasses. Watching the game, they call calls on her like this, like.
That's why it's hard to say. Like it's hard to really agree with, what I'm saying, what was said, because if I feel like if she was on a level playing field with that coach, then I can assess and say, hey, you know what I'm trying to say? But I feel like the detriment is the coach. So it's hard to go, oh, Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a coach that is kind of messing with your play and your play style, etc., yeah, like I can't really assess your play for real because your coach is affecting the entire situation. It seems as though. And then, I mean, to what you said, Keisha, the other players where they're lacking in as well, you know, it's throwing everything off. So,
And Key, let's be honest, the only other person on that team that was really playing at least on par defense, we ain't gonna say great, we ain't gonna say out of this world, probably was Lexi Hull. Angel's never on the floor with Lexi Hull. She's on the floor with Chelsea Gray and Kai, who had people running by her.
They should play them together.
May I speak?
Go ahead,
that's all I would say. Go, Bocard.
Okay. All right. We like who we like and we love who we love, and we don't like who we don't like. Okay. Let's take that out of it. Let's take it out of it. When you do an assessment of what Angel Reese has done thus far, it is not, you cannot assess it properly because she has not had the opportunity, even now what Lexi Hall has had. Lexi Hall had an opportunity to cook and go cold. Angel did not have an opportunity to go cold yet, let alone be a part of the game fully. So what I would say to you, B. Will, and my other brother, you cannot give a proper, so when scouts go out, scouts go and assess games, several of them. They ain't even played enough games to even do an assessment yet. But when scouts go out, they're looking at your subtotal impact of that game or those games that you have played. And can we say she's impacted some games? Yes, she has. The last game that she played, can you say she impacted the game? No, she didn't. Why? Because one, of course, she got into foul trouble. The other thing is because Nola has not figured out how to make her shine, because she is who she is. Angel only gonna get better, but Angel right now, for as I'm concerned, she is the best big that's playing right now. She can put the ball on the ground. She can rebound. She's the best rebounder there, period. You know what I mean? Hands down. She's the best
all time. She's the GOAT rebounder, but not an unrivaled.
Definitely.
Kind of my point.
So what I'm saying is this. She has not had.
But there's a reason for that.
I'm
right, because
getting
5'5" is better for her.
I'm getting there. So okay. I'm about to land real quick. That's why I asked, can I speak? She has not had a situation where we can even talk about this intelligently outside of she hasn't had the opportunity. That's the intelligent assessment. She has not had the opportunity. So when Showtime is breaking things down to you guys, not that because you're different or we see it or your opinion, we don't like your opinion. Me, B. Will, you already know how I stand with Angel Reese. Period. I'm not a fanboy, but I'm a fan. Man, and I stand 10 toes down on who I like and love. So don't make me go to the garage and get the cereal boxes. I got them already. Cereal boxes wrapped up, baby. This is what I do. You feel what I'm saying? So you cannot intelligently give a good assessment as in basketball of Angel Reese's play because she has not had the tick for you to say, oh, good game, bad game. You know what you basing her bad game off of? Could somebody tell me how many shots she took in this last game? Can somebody tell me? I bet you it's only 4.
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say 6. I think she was 2 of 6 off the top of my head. Let's see.
I'll look it up. Hold on to me.
I think
look it up real quick.
I'll look it up for y'all. Keep cooking.
Okay, so if she was 2, just say this. She 2 of 6 of 4 quarters. You don't. Can you give her an assessment? It wasn't that we know she aggressive. It ain't that she don't want the ball. We know she want the ball. We know that Angel wants the ball. So can we say?
Bro, Claudia was 2 of 6. Kalia Copper was 7 of 16. Chelsea Gray was 5 of 13.
Look at that.
Sarah Stevens was 5 of 10.
Look at that.
Hall was 8 of 11.
See, look at that. So we can't assess.
1 of 5.
I'm finna give y'all, not that you're not intelligent, but I'm going to give you basketball.
You only play 8 minutes though.
Basketball degree 101 from my college point of view. You cannot give a player an assessment without proper impactful or non-impactful minutes played. There's no way. You could go investigate what I'm saying. You could go look it up. Whatever. I just gave it to you on what the coaches do. And I'm done. Showtime, you can take it, baby.
Showtime left.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Go ahead, though.
What are we doing, man? See, this is what I be talking about. I was laying in my bed watching Sanford and Son.
Did you hear me, Showtime?
Look, Fred just smacked Lamont upside the head. B Will. What are we doing, B Will? Who the other dude is? Who the other dude is? Chris.
Yeah.
And I'm Fred.
on your show, Zoe. What up, man?
What up? You ain't learning nothing then.
Go ahead now. Get him, nephew. Get him.
It's a difference between when I see, and y'all we got. B Will,
Speak, man. What's up?
B Will, you my dude, but we gotta stop doing this, man. We can't give a bad take, and then when somebody says something that goes against a bad take, we say we clout chasing, we the defense attorney for Angel Reese. It's a bad. B Will, what defense does Nola Henry run?
You talking to me?
Yeah. What defense, for you to give that take, you got to tell me the defense Nola Henry runs.
So first of all, I don't, because I'm not talking about Nola Henry's defense. I'm talking about what Angel is doing.
No, again, you can't. But you can't.
But you can't.
You can't do. Be Will. If we're on a basketball team, and who on this panel right now? And Brooklyn said B Will can't shoot threes, and Brooklyn come into the locker room and see that none of these plays is for B Will to shoot a three. That's a bad take.
What you told me the other day, though, in speaking about Asheray Stevens, I listened 100% to what you were saying.
Okay, talk to me.
Talked about how she was playing defense, and I listened. I took that in, and I applied it to this past game of Angel Reese, and I also applied it since I was looking again at the previous games. And I said what I'm talking about. Again, I ain't said nothing about Angel Reese's offense. I already said.
I never even mentioned the offense yet. I didn't even get to that yet.
Okay.
I asked you a specific question. You said her defense was bad, B Will. I didn't ask you to give me a soliloquy. You said I didn't even ask you to respond in that way. You said I asked you a question. I didn't ask to go back and forth real quick. I said what defense?
Then I can't answer your question. So go on, move on with your point.
Be well. He's asking you: does she want them to switch? Are they hedging? Is it drop covers? That's what he's asking you, Be well.
That's the thing, man. I'm seeing both things.
What are you seeing? Tell me what you see.
He's saying, what's the strategy? Like, what does Nola want them to do in certain, in screens and picks? What does Nola want them to do?
So for me, it's hard for me to see. And again, Zoe, you got way more experience.
No, don't use that. Don't use that. We just having a casual conversation. Act like I ain't never played basketball a day in my life. We just having a casual.
You don't need to play basketball to know this. This is a simple question.
What I'm seeing is there's no consistency. It seems
on
that
who part though? On who part?
On any of them.
But see,
So
no,
what I'm saying,
your soliloquy wasn't about Nola Henry. Your soliloquy was you and Chris both agreed that Angel Reese is not fit for 3-on-3 from the take that both of you gave. Chris literally said that.
Whoa. I didn't say that. Chris might have said that. I don't think he said that either.
No, he didn't. Mike, he said it and you co-signed.
He said it
and you co-signed. He said it and you co-signed.
I'm not going to speak on what Chris said then. I said that she's just doing okay.
What does doing okay mean?
She's average in 3
What does average mean?
That means like 15 out of 30, whatever they got. But she is top 15, 20 in the 144 players they got in the W. You know what that means?
Why is she average? What is she not doing that makes her average?
She is not running the floor the level of.
Yes, she is.
What you mean running the floor? See, this what key. Pay attention. I'm trying to teach you something right quick. They talk long enough, you figure out where they try to go with it. Again, what is she not doing that makes her average?
That's what I just said. Running the floor.
That you ain't tell me nothing though. What is running up and down the court? I don't even know what that means.
Doing that though. Even though
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Okay, so if you can run the floor in 5 seconds versus 10 seconds, you're getting that layup from a half court pass, off the rebound, as opposed to Angel she's not fast enough at this moment to get that layup on the other end.
So B. Will told me, I'm gonna tell you what you and B. Will said. Y'all said y'all grade her on certain things. Do you grade Angel Reese on running the floor?
Say that again.
Do you grade Angel Reese on running the floor?
I grade everybody on everything.
That ain't what I asked you. I said, do you grade Angel Reese on running the floor?
Yes.
Hold on, really quick. That's a lie, Chris, because you just said that you hold Angel Reese at a high.
Brooklyn, let him come. Brooklyn, he cooking. Let him come.
I want to hear it. Yes, I do hold Angel Reese.
So you just said you grade everybody on everything like it's even. It's not even.
Why do you say that?
So you put words in.
Never mind.
No,
I didn't. I'm just not.
He really did. He exactly what he just said.
He literally said that. He literally. I asked the question and he said, "Yeah."
I'm so confused.
There you go co-signing again, B. Will.
Let me help y'all out. Chris, you did say you judge Angel Reese on a different curve because you think she's a Hall of Fame player.
I agree with that.
You said that, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That is 100% consistent with him saying he grades everybody on everything, though.
No, it's not, because when you say that, when you say I grade everybody on everything, you basically saying you grade everybody equally. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what he said.
Stop it, Stop it, 5. Don't do that.
Okay, hey Chris, hold on, because I gotta go. I gotta get back to my Sanford and Son.
Yes, sir.
Look, man. Look, y'all been tongue tied since they've been tongue tied since I got up here, man. They've been back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Both of them came for each other because they don't know the right answer. I'll be coming up here for a reason. I told y'all I only come on shows when I got a reason to. I don't just come to shoot. But again, Chris, what is Angel Reese great at?
Rebounding and defense.
What is Nola Henry doing to capitalize on that?
Not much.
So why are we grading Angel Reese when the coaches didn't even give her the opportunity to be herself? See, that's what I be talking about, man. I go to bed. See, Keith, that's what I say. Drop the lead. Somebody got to drop, man. What are we doing? What can't go on much longer. What are we doing?
Okay, so can you?
Hold on. But it's rose-colored glasses, though. And if you say anything about her, you know what I mean. You just sticking up for no reason. It just. So.
I mean, you can't give an assessment. Period. Zoe just broke it down right there. You cannot. Zoe know I'm talking from a standard. You cannot give an assessment of these games because she has no impactful minutes or minutes.
I just don't like Clyde. I just don't like when we say she not fit for 3-on-3 or she playing bad. You gotta come with an actual standard when you say that though. Like What do you mean she's not fit for 3-on-3? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, if she's average, how is she not fit for 3-on-3 if she's in the top 15? You say they got 30 players in there. She's in the top 15. How is she how is she not fit for 3-on-3?
Hey,
Then you said she's playing okay to subpar, but then the coach doesn't. You don't put the coach again. Basketball is not just on a player. If I put Michael Jordan, the greatest scorer in the world, in a certain system, he won't look the same. Will you grade him if he's not in a triangle?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. We gotta get it together. We gotta stop doing the whole when y'all give a bad take, we give you facts, but we caping for Angel Reese or we Angel Reese defense team. That's a bad look. Like, we gotta get out of that mindset. I shouldn't have to come up here and do that.
Noise, by the way.
Let me explain something to you, Zoe. Let me explain this one thing to you, Zoe. It's just like I understand where you're coming from, because for this simple fact, we've been on our lives talking about Natasha Clyde is dumpster fire. But do we think she can play 3-on-3? Absolutely, yes. We think she can play 3-on-3, but her shot ain't falling. They don't have us on here talking about Natasha Clyde can't play 3-on-3. They actually came up here and said Angel Reese can't play it.
And also that take about she's average and a team with its 35, only 35 players is silly. Because these are the top players that's in the WNBA in this league. So if you're saying she's average, if you're saying she in the average of the top 30 players in the WNBA, you sound crazy.
You guys are taking.
Hey, Key, I gotta go, man. Shout out to Key, Brooke, Lakeisha, the lady with the glasses on her profile, B. Will, Chris, Bro Claude, Showtime was up here. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all be cool.
They made Showtime leave.
I'm going back on Saturday, son, man. Y'all have a good night. Key, you got my email. You need me to cook anybody else? You got the email. Just shoot me an email, man. They don't be talking about nothing. They just be talking.
I got you.
But hold on, Brooke. Let me tell you something. Even if they got her as what they say average in the middle of the pack, she's still top 15 of the WNBA.
Facts.
But look, y'all. Look.
So y'all gonna sit here and just change the doggone goalpost.
Nah, we using the word y'all use, but Key was about to talk. Hold on, this Key show. Hold on, B. What is Key show?
Best like 30 to 36
hold
players.
on. Don't disrespect Key. Key was about to cook. Yeah, Key.
Right.
No, I'm straight. I don't even want to. I'm good. I'm good, and we can move on for real. To me, to be completely honest, because y'all have your opinions, I have mine, and we disagree. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But what is unfair, I think B. Will's comment about this rose-colored glasses and all of that, I think that's a very unfair comment to give. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
You know that's not the case. You around us all the time, B. Will. We critique everybody the same.
That's how I love y'all. Y'all know each other's true feelings, man. You guys been around each other enough. You've heard each other talk enough. You know how it feels.
Can I say this?
Look, let me finish. It's cool. Like, if a person thinks Angel Reese is okay, it's fine. Like,
Can I say this?
I don't see what. Wait, what?
Can I say something? Look,
go ahead, Miss D.
No, she's not playing good, but I think it's the combination of her not gelling with Nola. It's the coach's style that's not fitting her. She played it like AAU, up and down. She played 3-on-3 before. It's just, on a different level, but so she haven't looked good, but I think it's because of the coach. I don't know the combination of the players they playing with each other. Like, somebody suggested Lexi Hall and her should play together. I don't know, but right now, no. But that could be the coach.
Yeah, it's to be seen. You feel me? I'm never betting against Angel Reese. That's just how I get. I'm never betting against her. So it is what it is.
You got them glasses on, Key.
I'm assuming she's gonna get better.
You got the glasses and the hat on, Key.
I ain't got nothing though. I just keep it 100. I know what I saw.
That's when you keep your opinion and you stand on that and you keep it real. I guess you got rose-colored glasses on when you do that. You feel me? Because you don't agree with, you know what I mean? That it is what it is.
Now, Brooklyn brought this up the other day where y'all can be mad and scream at each other and it's still all good. Like, that's the New York thing. And I love that. Like, I love the disagreement. Like, I want that, pushback, because that's how you know your argument's fact. When everybody agrees, then that shit is fact. But as long as you disagreeing, there's room for improvement,
And that's
Right.
what I'm
You can
okay
agree
with.
to
Though.
disagree. You can
This is
agree
what
to
I'm
disagree.
okay with. I'm okay with somebody coming up on here because I don't know all the offensive schemes or defensive schemes, right? I don't know everything, right? So I'm okay with coming up here and saying something and someone saying, hey, let me give you a different perspective. What I don't care for is when we get to it's like I'm trying to be right. No, I'm right. No, when did I? It's like, it's unnecessary. Now, if you say, oh, she's okay, and somebody says, well, tell me why you think that's a debate. Not a debate, but it's the education session. It's y'all are actually talking because y'all want to understand each other and hear what you have to say. I'm always coming with that energy. I'm gonna say something, you feel me? And then somebody, and we're gonna have okay, like I see where I may not even still agree with you, right? But I understand what you're saying and I see where you're coming from, right? Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I was being a little too hard. Or maybe I don't understand the scheme or whatever. You know what? Now that you give me a different outlook, maybe Nola is throwing her off. I'm gonna look at Angels play a little bit differently, this, that, and the third. You feel me? But to just dump something down to if you say something about Angel Reese, everybody wanna. That's the only thing I didn't like per se and thought was like an unnecessary comment. And it's laughable if you say something. That's the only thing I did not care for. But we all here have a different opinion and educate each other. Some people, this their first year watching the WNBA, Some people never seen 3-on-3, don't know how it should be played. Somebody in the comments said something like, well, 3-on-3 is this. I didn't know that, right? You're educating me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these channels are actually for ultimately. These channels are to put this information out there, educate others, build a community. You feel me? I low-key between earlier with barbershop and this and this is not what I'm here for. I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm not here for that. I'm here to just have a good time, clown, give out suggestions, shit. Who you think should come to the sky? Make some shit up. I don't give a that's none of, you know what I'm saying? But all the it gets into this whole I gotta be right, you gotta be right, and also another thing too, do not make comments without context, and that's kind of what messed y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Chris, I fuck with you. I don't have panels with you. You feel me? Y'all say stuff like she's just doing okay. That's it. No, explain yourself. Get context. Say what you gotta say. And on my panel, I want you to get it out. I double back to people. Hey, what was you saying? Hey, so-and-so, what was you saying? Say the whole statement so it don't sound like you're just saying something oh, she just died and that's it. Oh, she just okay. No, say she's just okay because I think Angel Reese did and this, that, and the third, and I expected a better whatever. And explain yourself out. So there's no, you know what I'm saying? And then if not though, when there's a conversation about it, let there be a conversation about it. And it's don't gotta be this battle and all of that shit. That I really don't be on my I don't know, other I really don't be feeling that. And that's what I do gotta say about that, man.
And let me just keep it a buck before anybody go. And please don't take this the wrong way. If you do, I'm a troll, I'm petty, I'm not gonna care anyway. But let's be real. A lot of us haven't watched 3-on-3 like that. Let's keep it a buck, man. We all don't know what we watching this to learn, so to just make random comments like they fact. We all really don't know. Now I watched 3-on-3 religiously during the Olympics and during FIBA, but that's the only time I watched 3-on-3. I've never watched this version of 3-on-3 before. So I'm learning, and I'm pretty sure all the fans out there are learning. So of course, our favorite players or the players we like are not gonna look the same because they're playing a totally different game than I have ever seen. But that's just my take.
Listen, hold on, Chris. Let me base.
I got mine's 1 second long, and it's just that the Olympics is different than this 3-on-3.
Right.
That's my only thing.
What Key, I just wanted to tell y'all what Key was basically trying to say is make sure you get out the whole trajectory of your argument and not just the first piece. And what Keisha was trying to tell y'all is cut the ish because we only doing real talk here. That's what I wanted to get out. But to Chris, I actually wanted to say something to you that I never got to say earlier because there was a lot of back and forth. You had made a statement and said that she's great at rebounding and she's not playing her game. Well, this is not
great. The goat.
She the goat. But see, to Lakeisha's point, you might not understand 3-on-3. 3-on-3 is a fast-paced game. You understand what I'm saying? And when you start to play transition, all right. So bro Carter appreciate this. So everybody know, regardless of what you think about the style of the play of the NBA today, the NBA is different than it was, in the 2000s, 90s, 80s, whatever, right? It used to be in the NBA as early as the 2000s. It used to be people used to prioritize having a big that could get off, or not even a big, a team that could get offensive rebounds, right? That gave you extra possessions. Once the game went from a half-court game into this fast-paced game, no longer is it valuable to have a big to get offensive rebounds. Now you got to get back to stop the three. You understand that, Chris? So now when you start looking at this 3-on-3 game and you look at the 5-on-5 game, it's not that Angel isn't doing what she need to do or she's not valuable. Her skills got to change now, right? The skills that she has, she got to use different skills because now her necessarily going to get that offensive board that she would get for the 5-on-5 game is not as valuable now as far to get back and stop a three or stop transition, which is what she's doing, right? And that's not the thing about Angel that made her great from college till now is things that don't even show up on a stat sheet. So you're not going to be able to look at stats and see what Angel is doing well. Playing Angel with her motor, like we talked about yesterday, Angel with her motor and her playing hard and her getting back and defending and kind of just the point Zoe was bringing up. If people was getting broke, if I'm doing something right and my teammates aren't helping me out, if my teammates aren't, especially on 3-on-3, there's a lot of space out there, so y'all got to communicate, right? If my teammates make a mistake, the whole defense is blown. You get what I'm saying? And now you got certain people out there who don't understand none of that, to Keisha's point, because they don't know what's going on in 3-on-3, and they just like, damn, Angel not getting the rebound she normally gets. Angel, and then you got to take into account she's getting fouled, so she's not on the floor. She only played 8 minutes in her last game, right? And I didn't even look at the other games to see what minutes she, the minutes and everything. But from what I saw, to Keisha's point, from the eye test, I see them phantom calls that keep getting called on Angel. So it's like, it's certain things that you might think that it's supposed to translate from 5-on-5 to 3-on-3. This is not going to translate because it's two different types of games. So whatever you think she does well on 5-on-5 and you feel like she's not doing it on 3-on-3, that's because it's a faster paced game and she got to do different things.
No, I do understand, and I'm not talking shit about Angel, but like if you look at a 5-on-5 landscape, you have people connected on team defense. Caitlin Clark can't guard a pine cone on one-on-one defense, but she got better throughout the course of the season on team defense. Angel is an incredibly good defender, and she is a great team leader. So people follow her. So that created a good team defensive environment at LSU that helped them win a national championship. She's trying to bring that to the sky. But her getting up and down, in 5 seconds each way and 3-on-3 and guarding somebody 1-on-1 and having to switch, like in an instant when we're not in like a zone or anything like that, when we got that much space, it is not the same game. I really believe that Angel is a Hall of Fame player in 5-on-5. I think in 5 years she is going to be one of the top 5 players in the league. But I do not think, as I said before, in Unrivaled, her game, just like Aaliyah Boston, it does not fit Unrivaled. They're not mobile enough. They're not fast enough to be, I was surprised as shit that Dejanay Carrington looked as bad as she's looked in Unrivaled. And because I thought she is an elite perimeter defender. I thought she would be one of the top 10 players in the league. I thought she would be shutting people down. But because she hasn't been able to make shots, that it just hasn't worked out. Does that mean in a year or so we won't be looking at Dejanay Carrington as a top 10 player? No. If she starts hitting shots, we will look at that. It's just what I've seen so far. I'm not saying Angel's going to always be a bad player and unrivaled. I'm not saying that. Angel Reese is an elite player. Elite. Just that's what I've seen so far. So I wasn't trying to throw shade. I'm just being honest.
I didn't think you was throwing shit.
No, but what you just did, Chris, was complete your entire. You get what I'm saying? You said everything. You didn't just say she's just okay. You said this is why I think she's okay. This is the trajectory, whatever. This is the direction I think she's going in. La 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 la. You gave context to what you had to say. Brooklyn also just gave a little bit of education around the difference between 5-on-5 and 3-on-3. Shit that a lot of us did not know, myself included. And that's just what it is. That's it. That's all.
Keith, whatever
needs to be on my panel. When y'all come on my panel, y'all need to know that from now on. Now, that's all it ever needs to be. For real.
Keith, did I not give context?
Be Will honestly gave it afterwards. You said the okay statement too, and then you gave it afterwards when you and Showtime were kind of going back and forth. But then you threw shade. It's the shade you threw, B Will. The shade wasn't cool at all. But it's all good. It's all good.
It's not shade, man. It's not shade. It's my honest opinion.
And that's shady. Your honest opinion can be shady too.
You was in your
can be shady.
You was in your feelings, be well.
My honest opinion is not shade. Cannot be shady. Shady is an intent. Shady is an intent.
That's his opinion. Let him have it.
If my intent your opinion. Shady, if my intent is to throw shade, then I'm being shady. But if I'm just giving my honest opinion, if you took it as shade, that ain't my fault. I just gave my honest opinion.
Okay, we can take that too.
You was in your feelings though, be well.
I would ask this question. Out of all the power forwards in Unrivaled, who are the top ones? Tell me who the top ones in these last 4 games, 3, 4. Well, Angels only played 3, where some of them have played 4. So out of these last 4 games, who's the top power forward in Unrivaled?
Are you talking to everybody or just me?
I'm talking to everybody.
The top power forward is Fee.
Okay. Anybody? We all know Fee. Anybody else?
Then AD.
Hey, who?
Alyssa Thomas. Easy work.
Okay. Keep going.
Easy work.
I agree. Keep going.
And if we being 100% honest, it's really not a 4. It's a big. You know what I mean?
It's a big. It ain't a 4.
Yeah,
it's a big.
No, I'm asking. Tell me who it is. Keep going.
It's just Wnba, AT, and fucking Fee.
Fee. That's my point. I want you to keep going.
De'Erica.
That's it. I said Wnba already. Wnba, AT, and Fee.
And Fee. Keep going. Let me know if there's somebody else that's been great. That's what I'm getting at.
What do you mean by great? Are you talking about who's been great or who's the top 4 right now as we've been seeing it?
Give me 5 people that's top 5 power forwards.
Or big.
Or the big.
Or big. Go. And we already named 3, so you need 2 more.
I'm gonna throw out Azure Ray.
Okay, yeah, now conversation over with. Go to the next topic.
Exactly.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Go look at her numbers, though. Go look at her numbers.
Move on.
I can go look at her offensive numbers, but her defense is the same thing you was calling on Angel is worse on Stevens. So I'm not understanding, B. Will.
See, that's again, y'all keep saying that I said Angel was bad. I never fucking
we heard you. We heard you. No, we heard you.
You're bringing me
no, we heard you. No, we heard you.
Horrible on defense, B. Will.
No, B. Will. We heard you. We heard you, B. Will.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. The reason for my comment about the Angel Reese colored glasses is because I've been around. I know y'all twerk for Angel. It's okay. That's why I wasn't shade
Oh,
from it.
did you hear me say? I say I ain't got
You're
the
not.
glasses
You're not
on.
talking about me. You're not talking about
I ain't
me.
got the
But
glasses on.
Yeah, I'm
But
not gonna cry
you're
and
not.
say
You're
I
not
don't
talking
twerk
about
for
me.
Angel.
I
I'm
twerk. I
just trying to
twerk.
get
I
you to
twerk for Angel.
understand
I don't know who
when we
y'all
was
is.
having this conversation,
Brooklyn,
I
Pause.
wasn't twerking.
if Brooklyn, if it doesn't apply to you, don't
You
internalize.
say y'all.
So
I'm not internalizing nothing. I'm using your words, brother.
And then
You ain't say
Mark,
some of y'all. You ain't say. You said
all right,
y'all.
man,
right, like
fine.
I'm
blow
just
the
trying
But
to
go ahead,
understand. I,
You're not
internalize
talking
what
look,
about
you
me. Is
go,
all I'm saying.
go
I'm
look,
just keeping
ahead,
it a
look.
stack.
Hey, hold
go
on. Let me
ahead,
finish.
go ahead and
I asked
internalize shit that
y'all
don't apply to
to
you.
tell
Go
I
me.
ain't
ahead.
internalized nothing.
that's
I just said
great.
you're not talking about me.
Listen.
That's it.
Oh,
Hold
hold
on,
on. Stop.
B-Will.
Stop.
No,
I asked y'all something concrete. Give
Right.
me 5 people, and you
I
say
can do
2.
it. I can do it.
Dude, come back, man.
Why did you
I,
react then when I said Azure?
I mean, I could do it.
You
I
know
could do
why?
First
it.
of all,
Because you
Azare
went
is a
against.
center. She's not a
Because
power
you.
forward.
No, but
We
she's
talking
a
about
big.
bigs
She's
and
the
three on
big though.
three.
She
She's the
said five
big.
power forwards.
Because you
Is
know
what's
We
her
why I
talking about
words.
reacted
bigs
that
and three
way.
on three.
She
You
said
Because
talking
five
about
why
power
bigs
I
and
react.
3 on
forwards.
3.
Hold on, let me finish.
Go
The
ahead.
reason why I reacted that way, B. Will, is because you went against what you was just saying about another player.
No, I did not. No, I did not. I never said that
So
Azure
deep.
was the
So
best
okay,
defender.
okay,
I
okay.
never said
You
Angel
right.
was the worst defender. That's what
You right.
I'm trying to
You
get
right,
you.
B.
That's
Will.
that's the
Azure,
point.
what's your 5th person?
That's the point I'm trying to make to y'all.
What's your 5th person, B.
Good
Will?
grief, you're not reacting as I'm saying Angel Reese is trash. I never implied that.
I'm
You
not
never
talking
said that.
about
Yo,
Angel
You
you
never
got
Reese.
on.
said that.
Yo, you got on Azare Stevens colored glasses, bro.
Okay, if you say so. I'm
I
just saying
see
if
them
you look at
colors
the
because
numbers,
Azure Stevens can't play a lick. Not a lick. But
Key
who's your
got
5th
off.
person?
Hey, Key ain't even on him. Key not even.
I'm gonna give you
Better
Angel. I'll
ran
say
key away.
what hey, Azure is my number 4, Angel is my number 5. How about that?
Azare is not a power forward, bro.
No, I said
I
my
did
number 4
originally
in
say
the
power
league.
forward, but they said big. So
I
It's a
said
big.
that's how they got
It's not
that.
a
he
4
asked
or
for the
5. It's a
That's how they
big. It's
got
just
he
a
that.
asked for the
big.
top 5. I said
And
Azure is number 4, Angel is number 5. She asked for the
I
top
can't
5
mess.
bigs
I can't.
in Unrivaled.
I can't mess around with you.
Why
I
does
just
Angel
can't.
start over Azare?
They
Oh
should
my
just
God,
go start her.
you're
Go
actually making a
start her.
good point. You're actually making a good point, Brooklyn.
Go start her,
I know.
man.
I
Go
am.
start her. I
And
say
that's
go
not
start her.
because I got on no glasses or nothing. I'm or what else you said?
Y'all
Twerking.
go
I
ahead.
ain't twerking
Y'all
or
go
nothing.
ahead.
I'm just asking a question.
Y'all go ahead and roll on with that. Y'all go ahead and roll on with that. But my point,
definitely gonna roll
I'm
with
gonna
it.
tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna shut the fuck up after I say one thing.
Yo, I never heard B Will curse. This is
watch.
hilarious.
Come
I
on, B
know
Will.
he
Don't
didn't
get
got enough
frustrated, B
saying.
There
Will.
is only
I'm
one
sorry, B.
person.
Will. I'm
B
sorry.
Will. It's all
No,
right,
don't
man.
apologize. Don't
Don't
apologize.
crash out. Don't
Don't
crash
apologize
out.
because it's all good. But here's the thing. This I'm gonna end
B
this.
Will, don't crash out, man.
I'm not crashing out.
Everything is okay.
I
It's all
promise
right.
you.
Okay.
Bro Claude, I promise you, I'm not crashing out. I ain't got no less love for none of y'all. Y'all my people. This is my community. I
No,
love y'all.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So,
I know, B.
but I'm
Will.
gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done for the night. There is only one person, and it sucks that he left. But there's only one person
He's on the
in the
chat. He
last
said,
2 weeks of Unrivaled that has said anything critical about Angel Reese, and that's Zoe.
he's on the chat here.
I'm here. What's up, bro?
No, he said
I
Zoe. He
said
said
Zoe.
Zoe.
Oh, he said so. What he
How's
say?
that?
That she said something. He said something critical.
Yes, Zoe is the
Oh,
only
okay.
person that has said anything critical about Angel Reese's play in Unrivaled in the 2 weeks that Unrivaled has been playing. He the
I
only
have.
one. He the only one. That's why I made my
Oh,
comment
okay.
about the Angel Reese color glass because nobody wants to be
All right.
critical of Angel.
So
But
B Will,
hold on,
let me say
hold
something.
on,
Can I say
hold
something?
on. Wait, Brooke, wait. There's two say. I'm the one that said that her and Kyle look like they confused out there. Did I not say that, Brooke?
You said that.
Go, Brooke.
I mean,
You said
our live, real quick, Brooklyn. Our live yesterday, it was hella people like, "What's Angel doing? What's wrong with her?" Like,
We said said it. We was talking about it through the whole stream.
So let me just say this real quick though, B Will, so you know where Brooklyn coming from, right? I didn't take nothing you said personal, so I'm not mad at nothing you said. I just don't agree with you. I think you're wrong. This is that simple. So that's why when I say certain things, it's not because I'm in my feelings. So when you say things about the glasses or y'all, I just tell you how I feel, right? It's not. I'm not upset. I don't view you differently. I'm not upset with B Will. I'm gonna still greet you when I see you the next time I see you with love, right? So I don't want you to think that I feel some type of way about you. I don't. Right, that's number one. Number two, the reason why you haven't heard me say nothing critical and you won't is because I feel like Angel hasn't gotten a fair chance yet. I don't do that, right? When I watch Angel play, so far from what I've seen, from my eyes, I've seen her get phantom calls called on her in multiple games, not just one game. I seen her get phantom calls and I see her get pulled out. That's not enough time for me to start critiquing your game. That's why you're not going to hear me say nothing. If she had the time, if that coach left her out there, right, and she played a significant amount of minutes and she wasn't doing what Angel Reese need to be doing, then you'll hear me critiquing her. But right now, I don't feel like you and Chris is being fair to Angel, especially when I ask y'all simple questions like, well, why is she playing that much worse than anybody else? And y'all say no. Well, why is all this talk about Angel? Because Azare ain't playing that great. And I don't hear y'all talking about Azare. You singing her praises, right? Other players on the team ain't playing that great. Other players on other teams ain't playing that great. I don't hear y'all critiquing them, but y'all just got all these critiques for Angel. And I don't even think she got a fair shot yet. I don't even think she played enough yet for me to even start saying, well, I think Angel need to do this better. I think she need to be on the floor. I think these refs need to get off her nuts. I think her coach need to actually have a scheme for her and play her. Right? We already said it in the first game. So everybody should be on board what Angel need to do. We seen it. If Angel plays the high post, right? Because Kalia could get her own shot, and Chelsea Gray could get her own shot. Outside of them two, it seemed like everybody else on that team struggled with getting a shot. So they could use Angel in a high post, and they don't use her like that. So you're not gonna just land my plane. You're not gonna hear me critique Angel, brother. And that ain't got it don't got nothing to do with glasses or twerking. She ain't get enough time yet. She need to be on that floor. Period.
All right, can I go?
What you about to say? Because I'm over this subject, to be completely honest with you.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I would like to say I would like Key to come back on the panel and for her to be able to run her show. And I think that it was enough on that subject. That's what I wanted to say.
Look,
Thank you.
I'm tired, actually. I'm actually tired because I worked today. You know, I was in the cold. It's still 20 below out here. So
God dang.
I was in the cold. So my body is like, I'm surprised I ain't nodded yet.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, I mean, and I'm just I don't lack intelligence when it comes to a lot of stuff. So it'd be certain stuff that's just like, you don't just throw out a statement and say, y'all have on rose-colored glasses, and it's laughable that nobody could, and we're the ones on the panel, and then go, if you internalize it, that's on you. Like, that's like gaslighting type shit. Like, you threw out a comment about us on this panel when we're talking about this subject, and then when I'm saying I think that's an unfair, like but that, considering the situation and the lack of context, etc., that was an unfair thing to say about the people on this panel. And then to be
Especially
like, well, if it's not you, then it's like, it's just, like, it's just, come on now. Like, I'm not an ignorant person, you know what I'm saying? So don't be like, oh, you're making it about you. You say y'all, and you threw a statement out there. We're the ones talking. It's not internalizing. If you wanted to say it about specific people, then you should have said name by name who you was talking about. That's the only thing I don't even care that y'all said y'all think she playing okay. I don't even, that's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I don't care about that. It is what it is. People
I
gonna
don't
say,
even know how we got here.
that's what I'm just. Well, they
The whole vibe. I think that the whole vibe key is for you to have the experience. This is a vibe of learning for me, you, and Keisha. I think it's a vibe that even Brooklyn, because Brooklyn started about 2 weeks before me, but I know Brooklyn is very good at his narrative and where he wants to stay in his shows. But it's a learning. It's actually learning for me in particular, and I know it could be for you guys, but I'm very so when we come up on these panels, we have to be more controlled in what we're talking about and not so loose. And then let's get up off of it. And I think that we should just close on out, because as you can see, we're 4 hours, and this is why KSAP said
we
4 hours.
We 5 hours in this thing.
Well, I said we over 4 hours. That's what I'm saying. We're over 4 hours, and in this hour, it got real hazy. Things got said that was taken or whatever it was. Let's keep it where the man that's helping us and we all grown. We are all grown. I'm not saying that. We are all grown. We all do what like Brooklyn said, we all do what the F we want to do because we're our own people. But as us as a group and as a campaign that is going on the Chicago Sky, the Angel Reese campaign of what we're doing, because we are a community and a family, including you, Brother Will. We have to be more strict on our subjects, our topics, and when we find and start to see ourselves winging things, it's time to shut it down. That's just me personally. You could do whatever you want to. You're grown, but I want to be able to put that out there, because this was a learning lesson for me. Because Key, you already know. I mean, I got shot at and I ain't even do nothing.
I don't think people are ignorant. They just, people need to.
No, it wasn't about that, bro. It wasn't about that. I'm just saying, when you going this long, it's a learning lesson. This is for the podcast.
Can I say something?
I get it.
Can I jump in real quick and say something real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
I won't change the whole subject. Listen, hey Key, I think your background is dope. I don't know who did that.
I told her that.
His background is fire. I'm gonna give you a little critique, like I told Lakeisha, make her stuff a little bigger. She did. Now I can read it. Good job, Lakeisha. All you got to do is probably flip your camera to the other side so we can see the background, because it's over. So you wrote some words that I can't read it, but if your camera was on the other side instead of this side, maybe I could see those words. But good job on your background. Your background fire. I like what you did there.
And here's another thing I'm gonna say to everybody that's involved on this panel. Hey man, I'm very secure in who I am. I don't know if y'all know this, but I am. If you don't agree with me, I don't take it personal. You just don't agree with me. And I think if people me and Brooke, they went back and forth 50 times, and I know he be thinking it's a Brooklyn and the South thing. No,
I never think that. I'm gonna respond to that when you finish. I want to speak to that.
10 toes down on something, I stand 10 toes down on. I don't care who don't agree with me, but I don't never take it personal. So if I get passionate about something, I get passionate about it. But it's not that I'm taking shots at anybody, because trust me, this is not worth getting into no beef over.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a Snapple top fact. I want to say something real quick just to let everybody know. I am from Brooklyn, right? I'm from New York. My mother and my father are from Brooklyn, but their parents is from the South. So I don't got nothing but love. Like, let's be clear. I come from the South, right? My grandmother's in North Carolina right now. And my father's family in South Carolina, and I got family all throughout the South. So
shout out to family and your grandma.
So shout out to the South, man. I wanna let people know that, because I think what happens a lot of times too, because not only here, just different things I heard. I was in HD chat. one day, and one of the guys that was on his panel, you know, he was talking about something. He was like, yeah, because I don't like them up north, nigga. And I'm sitting here like, what you got against up north? I'm like, yo, what's the problem? And then he was like, nah, because sometimes, and I'm like, yo, that's one person. Don't let that one person make you think that's how we all feel. A lot of us F with the South. We love the music. We love the culture. You know what I mean? But a lot, and that's not just the South, that's the West, that's the Midwest, that's everywhere. A lot of people mistake New York people because of how some bad apples is. And they be like, well, they all like that. And it's like, nah, that's not the case. Because a lot of times what happens to us as New York people, sometimes it could be from somebody from the South, it could be somebody from the Midwest, the West, or whatever, and they be like, nah, we think you feel like this about us. And it's like, nah, we don't. We actually really F with you. We actually really respect you if you really knew. We F with the music, you know what I mean? Up here is nothing but Atlanta music up here, right? So we F with the music and all that. But it's just that when you from New York, every place got something that's dumb, right? So like the West Coast is gang culture, right? From well, not the West Coast, Cali. From young on, from when you in like school on, middle school on, they start getting taught certain things from a young age. In New York City, it's all about fashion here. From at least when I was growing up, I don't know what the kids doing today, but I remember being like in the first grade and kids is really judging your sneakers. It's like, I can't buy my own sneakers, but kids is really like, yo, what you got on, what you wear? So we learn to have that, build up that confidence from then, right? So it's like people see that confidence in us and they hear us talk and they be like, oh, they think they this, they think they ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just who we are internally. But most of us, not all of us, because like I said, you got bad apples everywhere. But most of us F with everybody everywhere, right? We don't look down on the South or look down on these people or think we better. We just confident in ourselves because that's how we was brought up. That's how we grew up. It is what it is. But we don't think better than nobody else. But it be that one bad apple, and they be like, yo, they all think like that. They all like that. It's like, nah, that's not the case at all. That's why I said, listen, my family, my lineage is from the South. So I don't got nothing to do. I can't not respect the South, because if I disrespect the South, I'm disrespecting myself, right? That's what my family from. So
my parents told me not to bully or be mean to anybody, treat people the way you want to be treated. But I want to respond to this Tony Benzino thing. It mess up Key Podcast because y'all can't make clips because y'all arguing and bullying. Think about the podcast. Like, who's bullying people? I think we all been kind of nice. I mean, people were being, a little loud, but that's just their personality. But I don't think everybody got bullied.
No,
I don't think the podcast messed up. I think most of the podcast was great conversation. There was a portion in it where it might have went a little left or whatever the case may be. But even when it went left, it didn't go too far left where it's like anything is ruined. It's still a lot of good. It's just still got a lot of good playback. A lot of good content. If she want to chop it up, it's a lot of good stuff here. But yeah. Basically what Tony is touching on and what Key is basically saying is she want more of a conversation. She don't want over talking. She don't want people not explaining a point. She want good conversation on her podcast, and she want everybody to understand that when you come up here, this is how she carrying it. We all got our own podcast, we all got our own rules. So when you come into somebody's podcast, you gotta respect the rules of the house, right?
I got you.
My podcast, I want everybody to be them 1000% selves. That's it. That's why there's no what you call a word, censoring. There's no censoring on my podcast. Just don't go crazy. I'm not gonna have nobody up there wilding out, right? But be yourself. That's my podcast. When you're on Big Bro podcast, when you're on Simply Balling, we got to understand that's the corporation. It's like a company. So you got to act like you walking in that corporation, and you got to handle yourself accordingly. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Bro Claude, I don't know how he handled his podcast, but from afar, I'm assuming it's entertaining. It's how, you're going to go there, you're going to entertain, you're going to have fun. It's good conversation. That's what it is. You get what I'm saying? You go on Lakeisha podcast, she got her rules, right? And the same thing with Key, she got her rules. So that's all. Just respect it. We all got different rules in our houses. When you go in that house, whoever house it is, just respect the rules. And Key laid it out already. She don't want no bickering up here. If you're gonna say something, explain your point. Don't bicker though. That's what she don't want. But I think this. I don't think this was ruined though. I think there's still a good. Even now, we done moved on from the arguing, and then we still like having good content, right? This is the good content for Keys.
All of it is good, Key. No, don't think it's because two things. It's a learning lesson. It's a teaching class. It's a learning lesson, right? The teaching class is that we're the students right now. I always say I'm a student.
Yeah, I'm
a
always
student.
learning.
I'm a student till I die. You understand what I'm saying?
Jesus for God, amen. Preach.
So I'm a student. I'm not a know all be all. I'm not. So I approach a lot of things of me being a student and not the so-called teacher, right? I could so I can go, well, I learned this off of, or how do you see this? Because I heard this was this way, or I read this somewhere, or like how Brooklyn say, hey, I've been studying, I've been doing my homework. That's showing that he coming and he's attacking the game like a student, but he's also coming like someone that's in counsel. You know, you got those special students that can learn fast, that can also be a tutor. That's what that's named, a tutor in certain things. But that don't mean because they're a tutor, that don't mean that they saying they the teacher. No, they still a student, and you still have to learn. So this is education for me. I thank you, Keith, for having me on the panel. I really, really appreciate it. You doing really, really good. You know what I mean? You got to take the bumps and the bruises and the hips and the pointers, just like the rest of us. And I appreciate you, and I thank you for having me on your panel.
Preach, me too. Callie Black, before that comment, she sounded like a philosopher. The comment they had before Aomi.
I think it's dope as the Aomi on here. Shout out to Aomi. We got, I mean,
hey, Miss D,
check you out, Key.
Come back up here.
Shout out Aomi.
You wanted to say?
Oh no, just thank you for having me on your panel. I usually don't get on panels, but I enjoyed the panel. Keisha, Brooklyn, Chris, and Servin. Thank you. It was a good conversation. I enjoyed myself.
Hey, and Miss D,
Thank you,
great.
Miss D.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss D, that, you know, you had some great points today too. So shout out to you. This your first time on the panel?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to you. You was cooking it.
Back and forth. Check out her channel. Miss D got a channel. Go over there. I'm on everybody that's still in the, you know what I mean, in the chat. Go over to Miss D, hit her up, check her out, man. She got some good coverage that she talking about in her pointers. Go over there and subscribe and like her channel. If y'all over here, she down with me, she down with us. Listen, go over there to Miss D. Check her out, just like I did, right, Miss D?
Hey,
go over there and do it.
Hey, welcome to the family, Miss D.
Channel. Oh, thank you.
We see you, B. Will, giving her some love.
Keisha, and I got Brooklyn. You have a channel? I think I subscribed to everybody except Chris and Brooklyn. If y'all got a channel?
Yeah, I do. You can find me at The Perspective at Brooklyn 80s, baby. If you put that in the search bar, I should pop up, or somebody could drop it in the chat.
Okay, all right.
Welcome to the family, Miss D.
If anybody could drop the channels in the chat, it'd be hard to do this and drop the channels in the chat, and the chat be going fast. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to everyone's channel. We all talk about a similar topic, but we talk about it in a different way, different videos, different subjects. So it's great. That's what I love the most. You can go to Keisha's show and get a couple things. More than a couple things. You can go to Bro Claw Show, The Perspective of Brooklyn 80s Baby. I went on his channel and we did an Indiana Fever, like what they need next. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all women's basketball, all teams, all players. Okay, all players.
Hey Key, at that show I had on my Caitlin Clark colored glasses.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get something from everyone's channel. Simply ball dropping.
Brooklyn, you an asshole.
Hey, I want it to be known I'm never letting that go. And so it is what it is. Like I'm one of them people. You ever just like, or like you ever have You ever say something wrong to your
Yeah.
girlfriend and she never, you like, I
Yeah.
said sorry. I done, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
No, but not to cut you off, Key. That's why I try to tell B well, he don't realize what he did. He might have to do some, he might have to do
He
some.
gonna get you some flies. Valentine's
He might
Day.
have not just her. Like she's not the. You got to
So
realize.
let me drop my address in.
No,
the
hold
chat.
on, real quick, because I want to. This is serious for B Will. I want B Will to hear this if he's still here. He don't realize what he did. So like me, remember, I don't know if y'all remember. I told y'all the other day on our show. I said I'm like I don't really be I don't be taking certain things personal, right? So he didn't offend me, but
me neither.
Show got offended.
Mm-hmm.
Key got offended, and who else that didn't say nothing got. So he got to realize that everybody different. So that's why I had to tell him like, yo, when you said what you said, I didn't take it personal. I'm not mad at you.
I'm not offended though.
But I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you are. But I'm saying What I'm saying is sometimes you don't realize what your words do, right? And I think he didn't realize. And when he said it, he wasn't trying to intentionally be nasty, but I think certain people took it that way. You get what I'm saying? It took it like, whoa, like, what are you trying to say? And I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't like when he said it either. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I chose not to take it personal. I'm saying, be well. I'm not gonna be mad at you for saying that, but certain people did, and I'm just letting him know he probably didn't mean it that way. But you gotta realize, because you gotta another thing too. And I'm gonna land my plane with this. Be well. What made it so crazy about what you said, B Will, was because you with us every day. So I could understand somebody who don't know me to be like, yo, you only cape for Angel. But if you know me and you around me, you know I'm fair with everybody. I'm not one of these people who just like, nah, I'm gonna just say all great things about Angel and not. I'm not one of those people. But that's when you say you got those kind of glasses on, that's what you're saying. You saying that, and that's how Show took it. Show took it as like you kind of disrespected his intelligence to talk about women's basketball. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how Key took it. She could tell you,
the South.
but
Yeah, from the South,
that's what I'm saying. Be with
her.
I don't think he realized he did that, and I'm saying I didn't necessarily take it personal, but some other people did, and he should know that.
Key posted his comments on here on the bottom, like so he heard you.
Yeah, it's a trigger point because a lot of people say that about us. They say we only like her because she's this or she's that, and like it's no basketball to it.
And Keisha, it's okay how everybody takes it, right? It's not
right.
You can't tell somebody how to take something. When you say something, right, that's like that. It's one thing about it if he just said a regular statement and then he said something that's really attacking people's character. So it's okay if somebody take it personal, and it's okay if somebody don't. Like you can't tell somebody how to take something when you say something like that. You get what I'm saying? But I know he didn't mean it personally, so I ain't, I ain't gonna hold it against him. But some other people might be like, nah, B, that ain't cool what you said. I'm just letting them know.
I got you. Hey man, it's been 5 hours, man.
Let's get up.
We gotta get on up out of here.
Let's get on up out of here.
I love y'all.
Yeah, shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. There's been a couple of disruptions today, but listen, keep coming back. We're gonna keep giving y'all the good content. It's gonna always be, you know what I'm saying, some good conversations going on. It's gonna be more breaking news with free agency. It's gonna be so many more moves, y'all, that we're gonna have to hop on here and talk about. You know what I'm saying? So stick with me. Stick with me.
Yes,
I'm
say your cash out. Say your cash out, King. Say your cash out.
Hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes said, "Drink y'all water." You know what? And you right.
And Key, can I say one thing, Key?
Go ahead.
I'm happy you got that duck off your screen, man. That was an eyesore. That was an eyesore, Key. This is much better.
You know what, Key? Just take him out of, just bring him down back in the background again. He ain't had to say nothing about that duck.
It actually was a goose.
Y'all, I was trying to figure out how to do this, the border and stuff. I didn't want to. I'm like, until I make this, you know what I'm saying? And I spent the whole first half of my morning this morning doing this, dog. And it looked
great job.
Right, it's dope. It's dope.
Only thing I gotta say. Talk to KSAP because he really knows how to do this. Just situate your camera so everything that you put is visible. The WBB universe, everything in it. So you got to situate your camera so it's not covering nothing.
Yeah, that's all.
I love their advice, but I don't even know what they're talking about with the duck. I didn't even see nothing for real. Like Hundo.
on my other ones. I usually be Chris. I think I only be with you on other people panels. You never be on like this is your first time on mine, but I had like a little duck layout. But yeah, everybody for coming through. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning. Oh my god.
Y'all not
you
gonna
too.
lie.
Long day
I was
tomorrow.
rocking with you. I was like, y'all hope. I say, y'all got to go to work. I hope he in this. So, I feel
Yeah,
you.
facts. I'm gonna be out.
I'll be doing a rival tomorrow, so I gotta go to bed. So
All
Yeah.
I
three of
love
us
y'all.
will be
All right.
tomorrow.
All right,
We
all
gotta
right,
get
y'all. All right,
Night.
y'all. Love y'all.
Bye, chat.